kind of a big deal.
Really?
People know me.
That was a malfunction. Holy hell. Welcome to Bearded Bites and Breakdowns. I'm your host, Nick Marty. This is a Thursday take, number 3, I believe. And I'm bringing my next guest, my first guest of the night, JP Gates. What's up, my brother?
How we doing, Nick? Pleasure to be back.
Hey, I told you we're going to have you back on for the college baseball playoffs. So, let's get into a couple things real quick before we go ahead and take a deep dive into this bracket, because your former team is playing up in Gainesville, up there in Gator territory. So, let me go over a couple of things before we get in a deep dive into the college baseball playoff bracket. First off, I want to go ahead and I want to bring up this golf tournament that's coming up. It's sold out. Marty Wilson golf tournament. Marty's mission, anchored in service. Will Wilson, Kelly Wilson, they both have done a great job doing a tradition of golf tournament. They try to do it locally, but no golf courses around here are kind of willing to do it anymore. So they're doing it at Juliet Falls next Saturday. So if you are a golfer, plan on doing this in the future years, because this is a great thing. They give back to the kids. They were doing college scholarships. Now they're doing other things that help out the kids around this county. And Will Wilson couldn't have said it best on Citrus County Live today. We do live in probably one of the best counties in the world. We have a ton of good people that are in this community that do a lot of good things for the kids and like to give back and everything. So to me, I just, wanted to go ahead and give that a shout out because, Marty I only met him a few times, and he was just a fun guy, always cracking jokes, always making fun of Will. So I hope Will sees this. I know Will's always busy and everything. So I hope you see this, and I hope, this brings a smile to your face. So, always go out there and support local. That's the reason why we do mom and pop food reviews on this show. So with that being said, our next thing that we're going to go ahead and do, sorry, JP.
Oh, I'm ready.
But to me, this is what I got to do,
Oh, you're good, man.
So, trying to make the show more live when it comes to this.
Yeah.
So, look, there's a new pizza place that's going to be opening up soon. It's my buddy Michael Bartoli's. He's got a pizza place. It's called Jay's Pizza and more. And tomorrow they're inviting you to do a free pizza tasting event. It's adults only. And I just want to let you know, I've already tried some of the pizza, and listen, the sauce, I'm not a big red sauce guy, but man, that sauce is pretty damn good. Michael has been trying to perfect it, and I'm going to tell you right now, he's done a hell of a good job trying to do that. So that's tomorrow night. Go get your invite. Go message him. Go see if there's any room left. He does a great job when it comes to the community, and that's another person that gives back all the way. Just to show you a couple pictures. Look, he had a pizza. I didn't get an actual good picture of the pizza before everybody started touching it, because it started flying off the out of the box. So this is what it looks like. This is what his pepperoni looks like. That pepperoni's big, man. That's some good pepperoni.
That's a big slice.
Listen, he does not skimp out on those ingredients. Those are quality, A1 quality ingredients. That cheese is one of the most expensive cheeses you can get. So I'm just letting you know, go try it out. Crust is good, has good bend. It didn't really bend. It was cooked pretty damn good. He has electric stone ovens, so it's a good crisp. Go try them out. They should be opening soon. So me and you will go try one.
We'll have to go. I'm a huge pizza guy, so I'm in.
Listen, we'll have to try it, man. So, all right. So with that being said, let's take a deep dive into this this baseball bracket. All right.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So, all right.
Where we starting at?
Oh, we're gonna start. I'm gonna try to read all this. Let me try to bring this in a little bit.
Here, I think I have it right here on mine too.
Yeah, you do. All right. So, we'll go ahead. We'll start with the regional, the super regional up there in Gainesville, because you got the Gators hosting. You have the Miami Hurricanes up there, and then is it Troy, and who's the other team?
It'd be Rider University.
Okay. All right. Do you know anything about them?
So, I mean, I know Troy's a pretty scrappy team overall. They always have been, but I think it's ultimately going to come down to, another Florida versus Miami rivalry game. Honestly, I think that it's going to come down to pitching. Ultimately, I mean, both offenses are really good. You saw in the playoffs. I mean, not in the playoffs, in the regular season. As usual, the Gators have gotten us as of recent. But I think if the hottest team wins, honestly, and as of recent, the Canes have been hot. Besides, obviously, I think it's the farthest I've seen us go in the playoff in said years for the ACC tournament. So that says a lot. I mean, the team has a lot of grit. They don't quit. So, I mean, you have to go all 9 against them to beat them. So,
yeah, that's what Georgia Tech did, man. The bats all of a sudden started going cold, and they finally got to the pitching, and it was a little disappointing, because I was really hoping they would have gotten to the ACC championship game at least.
Yeah.
But they lost to Georgia Tech, and Georgia Tech was one of those teams where you're kind of like, man, damn, like all of a sudden they started waking up.
They've been consistently good all year long.
Yes, they have. So
I believe they have the best catcher in the nation, along with one of the best hitters in the county. I mean, not the county, the nation as well.
Yep. So who do you like out of there though?
I mean, honestly, I like the Canes taking it out. I mean, I can't go against Miami, but I definitely think it's gonna be a Florida-Miami series. I mean, unless you know how it works in the playoffs, man. Anybody can stun a bracket.
I'm telling you, Troy, no matter what sport it is, it could be football, it could be baseball, they are so scrappy all the time.
Yeah.
What is it? Let's talk about the other brackets too. You got, I think is it today or tomorrow? The matchups. I think it's tomorrow, right?
I believe they start tomorrow.
Yeah. So tomorrow, like, you have UINC versus Georgia Tech. You got your East Carolina, Tennessee tomorrow, Kentucky, Wake Forest. That should be an interesting game right there.
That Chapel Hill bracket's going to be a scare. I think that's arguably the scariest bracket in the tournament.
Yeah.
You got Tennessee, University of North Carolina, VCU, and East Carolina.
That's
a lot of ball.
Yeah. That's
a lot of good ball right there.
That's a lot. It is. And then they kind of took it. They kind of took it easy on UCLA, right? Because they got
first seed, correct?
yeah.
Yeah, they got St. Mary, Virginia Tech, Cal Poly. Now, don't count out Virginia Tech now, because Virginia Tech is one of those scrappy teams that have a lot of pop. But UCLA, as a whole, they're just like Georgia Tech. They've been consistently just dominant all year long.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you saw how they ended the championship for their conference. They got hit by pitch with bases loaded.
Oh wow, that's not
Yeah.
what you want. That's not what you want for the other team,
Arguably, I would be honest with you. I think Oregon's another sleeper. That's going to be a shocker to other teams in the bracket. I think they're going to win out their bracket as well, even though they have Oregon State, Yale, and Washington State. I don't think they're going to have much of an issue with any of those teams after watching the video I've seen.
I can't believe Yale's they made Yale go all the way out there, man.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy. Like,
yeah, some places that make them travel is kind of all over. But
so what other brackets intrigue you, man?
I think that the Lincoln bracket with Nebraska, because I don't know how much Nebraska really has to offer as like a baseball program. I know they've been good here in and out, had a couple guys come out their program, but they got Ole Miss, Arizona State, and South Dakota State.
Mm-hmm.
And, if I know anything about Western baseball, they're very scrappy. So if they can pull together a couple offensive plays, keep their pitching on, they could pull off a win or two. But Ole Miss, as you know, winning 2 years ago.
Yeah.
They're always a team that's a fight in the tournament.
Oh yeah, they're scrappy too.
Yeah, they're a very scrappy team. And they got a lot of power in their lineup with a good bit of arms as well.
Yeah. I think Ole Miss comes out of that. I agree with you, Kenny Dryden. I agree with you on that. I think Ole Miss comes out of that. The Auburn, you got Auburn, Milwaukee, NC State, UCF. NC State is one of those teams where like they were getting hot for a good minute, and then they went cold, and then they ended up going and making a little bit of a run in the tournament. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see either them or the Knights take it to Auburn.
I definitely feel like NC State, since the COVID game, when they got gypped of the championship, of the game and everything, because they said that half their team had COVID. They've had a vendetta to get back and win it all and have a that championship back on their belt. I think UCF definitely is a sleeper. Obviously former Kane Lovelady as coach, can't go against him. He's an amazing coach and everything like that. But they're one of those teams, that's scrappy. They got good arms. They got a couple power bats in the lineup. But Auburn as well has good arms. Good starting 3 guys. But them as well. I feel like as a collective, from what I've seen from all the stats and all the teams, most of the teams are averaging around 4 to 5 as a collective, like ERA, around like 5 runs a game. As a collective ERA. So it's definitely going to be one of those 1-run battles between like 6-5, 5-4, 3-2, battles between a couple teams. But I'm interested to see where these new teams, where like LIU, Milwaukee, Lipscomb, Washington State, Tarleton State, Holy Cross, like all these teams, to see where, they kind of fall into these brackets. Is it going to be like, basketball where they just wash through them and, they just whoop them, 100-something to 58? Or is it like going to be a, decently, close game?
Yeah. So let's recap so far. So we got the Canes coming out of there. Even though we know it's either Canes or Gators.
Oh yeah.
I think NC State goes out of that one bracket with. I don't think Auburn gets by them. Who do you got in that? Who do you got on that one?
I took
UCF,
Auburn.
maybe?
I took Auburn
Okay.
just because they're at their own park,
Mhm.
and that atmosphere is very tough, and they have that huge wall in left field as well, which is a lot different than any ACC, or I would say I forgot what conference UCF's in, but or Big Ten field. I think I don't think anyone has like that big wall in left field, so there's got to be a little bit of an adjustment in a short amount of time for these teams.
Yeah.
But I think like you said, it's going to come down to Auburn and NC State. But
Yeah.
who plays first in that? NC State and UCF play first anyway, so
Yeah.
one of those teams is going to end up with a loss. So you're going to see Auburn most likely 10-run rule Milwaukee and throw one of their number 3 guys, and then you'll have NC State UCF throw both their aces against one another because they both need the win. And then you'll have Auburn throw their ace the second game. So you're going to see a lot of interesting, maneuvers between teams to see who they throw in what game. And, it's all about strategy, right? Especially in the Gainesville Regional. Do you throw Peterson first game? Do you not throw Peterson first game? Where do you kind of go with that,
Yeah, I feel like you want to win that first game, but that second game is kind of very important because
and it's double elimination as well. That's another key factor. You don't want to have to go in to beat a team twice in order to win it all. I've been in that situation. It's not fun being in that pressure situation, especially in your own home ballpark.
So we got Ole Miss, probably NC State or Auburn.
Yep.
Then we got the Texas A&M Lamar University, which they looks like they had a pretty good year. They were 34 and 25 record. And then you got Texas, is that Texas Southern?
State.
Okay. And then you got Southern California. I mean, I feel like that's one of those brackets where it's kind of like a gimme, right?
Yeah, I got Texas A&M. That's a tough place to go and play with the bubbles. If you throw the chance that the fans have, let alone. But I mean, from the video I've seen, they got a lot of power arms, and they got some good bats in the lineup as well. So they're gonna be one of those teams that's gonna be a contender to go against. But I think I don't think USC is gonna put up much of a fight against them. And nor is Lamar Texas State. I can see Texas State. Let me see who's playing who. I can see Texas State upsetting USC and putting them in the losers bracket. But I don't think Lamar University is gonna upset Texas A&M. First game out. But like I said, you never know with how people strategize everything. They go with their number 3 guy. He could walk a couple people. Next thing you know, it's a 5-run lead in the first inning.
Yeah.
And then you're climbing back from 5 runs, So it's all about, who's going to show up and who's ready to play. But at the end of the day, how NIL and recruiting and everything like that works.
Remind me to go back to Texas A&M.
Okay.
Because I definitely want to talk to you about something that happened with Texas A&M.
Absolutely.
So, was it so rounding out on the basically kind of like the left side of the brackets, you got Southern Miss, Little Rock, then you got Jacksonville State, which had a pretty damn good record, 46 and 13, and then you got Virginia, man. They're that team between them and North Carolina, like they were those teams that I've played good, consistent ball, and it just seems like the ACC was pretty up this year, far as like all around talent and stuff.
No, I completely agree. I think it was definitely a lot of competition between each team, each game. Each series was definitely a hard fought series. I honestly have Jacksonville State upsetting the entire bracket.
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
I like what they got going on over there. One of my former coaches is one of their assistants over there,
Okay.
and I'm following them all year long on the social media page, and they got something going on over there, and definitely a place like Southern Miss. I mean, obviously they got to go through Virginia first game, which is a tough game to go through, but I mean, I don't think it's something that you can't get done. And you play the game right, do the little things right, they pull through, win a one-run ball game. They definitely got the pitching. They've had great pitching all year long. They had a couple player of the years for their conference. They just won their conference as well. So they're coming off a high. So, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't see why they wouldn't ride that high out through the regional.
Okay. On the other side of the brackets, you got Georgia Tech, number 2 seed, technically number 2 seed overall in the country, at 48-9, going against UIC. Then they play the Citadel. You got the Citadel and then Oklahoma. I don't know how good Oklahoma is at baseball, but I know softball, man, they've always been a freaking killer.
Oh yeah, I know that they're really good at softball. They've been decent at baseball the past over the years, but they haven't really gotten much done in the playoffs overall. I got Georgia Tech wiping through everybody with that series.
Okay.
Especially at home, that's another tough place to play.
Yeah. And then you got Kansas as the number 1 seed, Northwestern, Missouri State, and Arkansas. I mean, I can see Arkansas coming out of there.
I took Arkansas in the upset as well.
Yeah.
I don't think that Kansas is. I haven't seen much of Kansas, if I'm being honest, but I just know SEC baseball, and that's a tough team to beat on any given day. So I got Arkansas upsetting.
I was gonna say Kansas is the number 15th ranked overall team in the nation.
Yeah, and they got Arkansas. It's almost like they set it up for upsets to happen in these situations.
Yeah. And then the next bracket, you got Florida State, you got St. John, NIU, and Coastal Carolina. It kind of got a little easy road there, don't they?
Yeah, I think so too. I think Coastal Carolina is gonna be Coastal Carolina FSU in the end. I don't see if NIU beats Coastal Carolina, I'd be shocked. But I just think Coastal Carolina is going to have a better chance of beating Florida State in the long run. I could see them going, 0-0 into the 7th or, battle for battle. But I got FSU pulling out of that one, sadly enough to say. But they got hitting. They got really good arms, with what is his name? I have it right here. Wes Mendez. He's got a 2.29 ERA with a 1.03 WHIP. I mean, the guy throws the ball really well. He's got 117 Ks in 89 innings. Batting average against is not that high. I'm looking at him to possibly throw the second game as well, considering they're playing St. John's first, so I would go with him the second game. If they can get – but like I said, you never know. They can jump on him early, have a good scout report, good approach, and, put up some runs. Also, FSU is a boombox. Yeah. So a lot of runs could get created at that park.
Okay. So that's a hitter's ballpark then, huh?
I believe so. I think in right field, it's got that fence, but once you put the ball in the air, it flies. Yeah. Also, that left field area it flies a little bit, but I think night game at FSU is definitely tough with the fans and how loud they are and everything. But I think that like I said, it's not one of those things where it can't be done. It's just, seeing what Coastal Carolina has to offer in the tournament.
Well, FSU, their fans are probably, they're probably geared up and have full of energy because, they didn't really have anything to cheer about in the fall.
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
they
that is all.
they didn't have anything to cheer about in basketball or football. So I
Not
mean,
one bit.
maybe soccer or volleyball, but I don't know about anything else in the fall that they could actually. I don't know. Maybe they're good at cross country or golf. Um,
I couldn't tell you.
I had to take jabs. I hope Ant watches this because I really hope he watches and hears this because I love to talk trash about it.
Oh yeah, can't blame you.
So you got Alabama State, USC upstate, and then you got Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State normally is one of those teams that gets hot towards the playoffs and somehow makes it out of sneaks out of a region. Who do you got in that one?
I got Alabama sneaking out of it. I think Oklahoma State kind of does the same thing every year where they'll make it and then they'll kind of snub, towards the regional. But I definitely think that if anybody's gonna beat Alabama, it's gonna be Oklahoma State. I don't see any of the other two teams really putting much fight. So I definitely can see Alabama State beating USC Upstate, and then in elimination to play Oklahoma State. But I think Alabama could pull it off for one of their first times going to a super.
Okay. You got Texas, Holy Cross, Tarleton State.
I feel like this is the easiest bracket.
UC Santa Barbara.
Yeah, I feel like this is the easiest bracket by far.
Well, I mean, shoot, I mean, you can't even tell me where Tarleton State is.
Yeah, Tarleton. I think it's in Texas. It has a Texas symbol.
That's probably where it's from. But
yeah, the only thing I could say is Holy Cross could upset Texas in the first game, possibly in a higher scoring game.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, UC Santa Barbara is a California school. They usually have it's very scrappy team, bunting, moving the ball around, scrappy pitching too, around 88, 92. Not looking at that, 95, 96 that you usually see from SEC pitching. So, I mean, I got Texas winning that. I'd be really shocked if they didn't. But they'll definitely run into a couple issues in the next one, regardless of who they play between that Eugene regional that we're about to talk about.
So you got Oregon, Yale, Washington State, Oregon State. I feel like Oregon State might sneak out of there. That's who I'm going to pick. They had a better record than the Ducks, but I know, they're not technically. I don't think they're technically a part of a conference. If I'm not mistaken. So that's probably the reason why they got the number 2 seed, not the number 1 seed in that region. And then, I mean, Yale, I mean, that's a tough trip, man. You're flying from, the East Coast to the West Coast, up and north.
All the way over there.
Yeah. So that's going to be like, probably a 2-plane trip, to get there. Fly over. It's not probably a straight fly to get to Eugene up there. Who you got coming out of that?
Honestly, like you just said about the whole Oregon State thing, I didn't know about them not being a conference. I forgot about that. But I think if Oregon State had a chance to win any bracket, it'd be this one.
Okay.
I think Oregon, they're a good team. They got a lot of power. Their place as well, I believe, is a boombox. I've seen a lot of home runs hit at that park. But I definitely think that it's going to play a factor being where it is. Obviously it's over in the West Coast where the ball flies a lot more.
Yeah.
And Oregon State has a lot of power in the lineup. But they also have a lot of power arms. So I definitely think, between Oregon and Oregon State, it's going to be a really close game between the two. So I see one of those teams, pulling out of that regional.
Then it's Mississippi State as number 1 seed, Lipscomb and then you got Louisiana and Cincinnati. Cincinnati's the number 2 seed in there. Obviously, I think the Mississippi Mud Dogs or Bulldogs, or whatever you want to call them. I feel like they're gonna be the team to win out of that one.
I agree with you. I agree
Yeah.
with you. I think the lineup and the arms that they got in Mississippi, I played there.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. 15,000 people. They'll treat you like family one day, and they'll hate you the next day.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. It's a crazy atmosphere. I definitely think Mississippi State is going to pull out of that one.
Between Mississippi State and Ole Miss, they always seem to have good baseball programs.
Yes,
which is crazy. And then our last bracket is Georgia's number 1 seed, 46-12 overall. They were number 3 seed overall, and they play LIU. I think it's LIU, or is that
LIU?
Yeah,
Liberty.
LIU. Then you got Liberty, and then you got Boston College. Boston College is number 2 seed, which kind of, I don't know about you, but when I think of records and everything, shouldn't records kind of matter in a way, or do you think baseball they just do by strength of schedule and stuff? Because obviously Liberty has, a better record, but did Liberty actually play anybody like Boston College did?
I definitely think it's strength of schedule is an important part of it, because you can go, 45-15 with a not so good schedule, and you go play somewhere like Mississippi State and you get 10-run ruled. Okay. So, it's all about, who are you playing, for teams like Liberty and LIU, like, are you traveling? I think Louisiana, they'll go to LSU and play LSU. What was your score against LSU? Where you differ? But I think it's a lot to do with, conferences, them winning their conferences and getting their bid in off that conference win. Mm-hmm. So, record's an important part, but I also think that they should, measure it out to does this team actually have a chance of going all the way?
So let me ask you your predictions here. What 4 teams do you think have a chance to win it all? Who's your 2 favorites, and give me 2 dark horses?
If I were to have you 2 favorites, I would go UCLA and I would go Georgia.
Really?
Yeah, Georgia looks really good. They just came off their first SEC championship in forever. UCLA looks really good. They have Rich forgot his name, Kalowski or something like that. He looks really well at shortstop. Their offense as a whole has been dominant all year long. Those 2 teams look really well to me. Sleeper teams, I would put definitely North Carolina as a sleeper. Mm-hmm. I think they're gonna shock a couple teams. Okay. And then Georgia Tech as well. I mean, they've been, they're number 2 seed. But you watch them play all year long. They've been dominant. There's not too many games I've seen where they're down or they're not controlling the game.
So I got Georgia Tech as one of my favorites to win it all. And then I was thinking Southern Miss, just because of tradition and everything, because Southern Miss always, again, Mississippi schools, man, I don't know what's in the water, but they always seem to pop out of nowhere. And my dark horses are, I got 3 of them. I got Mississippi State. I got West Virginia. Actually, I got 4. And it's either going to be the Gators or Canes out of that region. I feel like one of those teams is going to get red hot, and I feel like they have enough to get to Omaha.
I agree. I definitely think Mississippi State has definitely a chance, because they have a good, line overall. If they win theirs, let me go to theirs here. Mississippi State. They'll be playing against Georgia, and I think that's going to be an interesting super regional, because if one of those teams can pull through that, I think they can have a chance to be any team that goes all the way. But, Jacksonville State, if they were to, that's one of my dark horses as well. If they were to pull out of that, regional and get to, either the Canes or Florida, that's going to be a tough, regional to go to regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a tough ride for a lot of the teams. Alabama looks really good. Texas and Oregon, obviously, if they had to go against one another, that'd be another cool regional that we haven't seen in a while, or super regional for those teams. But I agree with your dark horses. I think they definitely have a really good chance of making it all the way.
Yeah. Like I said, I've been trying to watch as much as I can this year, and it's been crazy how competitive the ACC has. I mean, shoot, you didn't see any of the big names out of the Big 12 or the Big 10 like you normally do. No Michigans or anything like that. So it's very interesting to see what's going to transpire. Let me ask you this. I don't know if you saw, but we're going to talk about softball, because my thing is softball. You had something interesting happen this past weekend with Jason Williams, the former NBA, University of Florida point guard. He, aka White Chocolate. He had an interesting thing that happened to him, because his daughter used to go to UF, transferred to, I think, Texas A&M. Texas A&M was playing UF in the tournament, and basically they decided to hit her 5 times in 3 games. She basically got hit by a pitch almost twice. I think twice in the first 2 games, and then the 3rd game she got plunked again. What's your take on that?
I mean, if you're trying, I feel it's a little excessive.
Yeah.
I call it petty, almost.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna send a message for somebody for transferring, beat them on the scoreboard. Be like, hey, look, you transferred. Look, we're still beating you. Hitting somebody, I think 5 times with a ball is a little excessive, and I think at that point you got to give them a warning of some sort, or toss them to kind of send a message of, like, you do it again. But there's the ball slipped, or we're trying to throw inside, but I don't believe those notions some of the time.
She got hit twice, and then she ended up hitting two home runs.
Oh wow!
She ended up hitting two home runs. In each game. I'm trying to find the highlight right now. Was it right now? I'm trying to find so you can see what happened, what transpired, because it was very, very interesting. And it was pretty wild to me. So hold on here. Let's see. Jason Williams, and like I said, he announced on Barstool Sports that he is no longer a Florida Gator. He is no longer a Florida Gator. He no longer wants anything to do with that. He sat there and he basically told Big Cat on Barstool Sports that he is no longer a Florida Gator, because the way they almost kicked him out. They tried to kick him out, and then they let him back in because they kicked out a Gator fan because of them talking. That person was talking smack, and the one that was causing the scenes and everything. So it was pretty wild, man, to see that transpire out of softball, and I'm telling you, man, it was wild. Let's see here, Texas A&M. I'm trying to find the actual, what transpired from this, because it is wild how it just happened. And I was kind of shocked, man. Let's see here. I can't find it. I'll have to look for it again, because let me tell you, man, it was one of those things where they were so mad. They were so mad that she hit two run home runs, two of them in two separate games, JB, and it was
Really?
yeah, man.
I'll look and find it for
And
you right now.
she took the lead. She took the lead on them both times, and so you would have thought, like, hey, get a hit, like uh you know, this is this isn't how you're supposed to do stuff, you know.
I agree. I mean, I think that, if you're trying to send a message, send it on the scoreboard. A lot of people talk trash and, talk a lot of bad things back and forth in every game that, you see or play, whether you hear it or not. It's going on. But I definitely think it doesn't have to result in, hitting somebody, because at the end of the day, you could ultimately really hurt somebody or, ruin somebody's career. You don't know if somebody went spikes up at, in the infield, if she played the infield or not. But, there's adversity, and she kind of, overcame the adversity of the situation, hitting those two home runs. But I definitely think that that's classless by the Gators. And I can understand where Williams is coming from as a father.
Yeah.
Backing up his daughter and not understanding why they would just throw at her when they can just, play the game and get her out that way. But yeah, I don't understand why the coach would allow that in the first place.
Have you seen or seen firsthand anybody do any bush league stuff like that?
Not really. I've only had a certain amount of encounters with people, or like situations, but nothing, crazy like that where, they're hitting people continuously because of it. But yeah, that's the furthest I've seen. It's just the Texas A&M situation probably is the worst.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the actual like clip, because he said, he announced it, man. Like he was hot. He was not happy about it at all. And I'm telling you, man, like it's pretty wild. Like what because I mean, I gotta say, like, what he did, let's see here. Oh, Texas Tech mercy ruled Mississippi State in 5 innings. The other day, was it the other day? And so obviously they're red hot, especially after coming off and beating the Gators like they did. To me, like, when you're a dad and everything, man, and you got your kid, getting plunked like that, you're not wanting to see them. You want to see them actually get a chance to hit the ball. You don't want to see them get hit. And for that, luckily they weren't head hunting. Like they weren't throwing the ball at her head. But that to me is just pretty crazy that he he went off like that, man.
I think it's kind of crazy too how often people publicly be announcing things just on social media as a direct thing to other people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I understand where he's coming from, and I think that he, has a point. I think that, there should be some kind of, not investigation, just a look at like, hey, why as a coach are you allowing your players to do these kinds of things and act this way?
Yeah, I mean, to me, the coach needs to be looked at for allowing it to happen. Like,
Absolutely held accountable.
Yeah, I mean, after the third one in 2 games, I mean, because she got, like I said, she got plunked. She got plunked twice in each of the first 2 games.
especially if they're fastballs as well.
Let's see here. I got the interview. Hold on. Let me go ahead and I'm going to share this. I'm going to share this screen real quick. That way we can go ahead and we can see what he says. He like I said, he went off and he said this. Let's see here. Let me know if you hear it.
Is it playing?
Yeah. Can you hear it?
No, I can't hear it.
Hold on.
Oh,
All right.
wow.
There we go.
All right. Hold on. We got it now. All right. Now.
Because you are a Gator
what he
legend.
said on
So
Big-
is that are you
Big Cat Show.
Big Cat was.
Sweet. Are you separating like the programs, the softball program from the basketball program? Or are you saying all Gators you're out?
The only time I'll ever step foot on Gainesville's campus again is if my daughter plays softball there again.
Wow.
That's big. That's big news.
Wait, but you have another daughter too. So what if she plays softball there?
Whatever NIL money she got from the University of Florida, I would ask you to help me double that so she'll stay away, bro.
Because you are a Gator legend. So
Ain't that crazy?
Are you?
What?
That's a Gator legend, man. That's a Gator legend. Now announcing basically he is no longer a Florida Gator, and basically said, "Hey, my daughters are gonna not play for them."
Yeah, and I can imagine how other people, view that kind of play as well.
Yeah, I mean, to me, like, he said, "Big Cat, I need you to help me double that NIL money, man." So
yeah.
What do you got? What you got going on? Tell me anything you want to plug. I know you gotta get going so you can go get your sleep in and stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm coaching travel ball now, man. It's kind of been the craziest thing I've been a part of at this point. We went down to Fort Myers last weekend, had to deal with the weather, obviously the Florida summer weather, but I'm going to Sanford this weekend. I'm playing tomorrow at 10:15 and 2:45. I'll be bouncing around coaching the 17U and the 15U. But yeah, man, I'm doing this all summer, so I'll be bouncing around, Alabama, Georgia, all over Florida. So I'm really excited for this adventure. It's going to take on. But
good, man. You guys traveling by bus or you just traveling?
No, I'm driving by myself, and then I'll be flying out to Georgia and Alabama.
How does do they pay you and all that, or?
Yeah, it's paid. All travel and stuff is compensated and stuff like that, gas and everything. But the craziest part is just seeing kind of the talent that's out there. We played my last game, the Poker's national team, and they had the #1 player in the country apparently, and he's a 15-year-old who throws 94 miles an hour.
Oh my goodness, is he lefty or righty?
He's righty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, was he just throwing fast or?
I didn't see him pitch.
Oh, okay.
We didn't get that that luck, but they're a good team, man. I mean, they have good teams out there, and it's really cool to see all the talent, growing out there, especially in the young generation.
You got any kids that you wanna put a spotlight on before you leave?
Who I put a spotlight on? My boy Daxton Reed from Wikiwachi.
Okay.
He's come a long way, man. He's been grinding. He's been getting after it. He's gone full 360.
Okay.
From iffy with his swing to he's confident. He's confident in himself. He's confident in his play. He's on our team as well. He's trying out different positions. And I know it's at a young age, it's very tough to find what position you love to do. But, he's being open-minded and, grinding it out.
All right. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this before you leave too. barbecue spread. What's your main course? What's your sides?
Barbecue pulled pork.
Okay.
We're going collard greens,
Okay.
mac and cheese, and baked beans.
Mac and cheese and baked beans.
Yeah.
What kind of barbecue sauce?
Sweet.
Okay.
Sweet. Oh yeah, gotta go with the sweet.
See, I'm all over the place, man. When it comes to barbecue sauce, when it comes to barbecue sauce, I love that Alabama white sauce that they got. Man, I tell you right now, I know I like to do just mom and pop places, but man, Mission's Barbecue, they got a good white sauce. They got a good, nice tangy white sauce, man. It's pretty damn good.
I gotta try it for the first time. I've never been.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's one of the few chain restaurants that I actually support because one, they give back to veterans. They also like to do fundraisers for veterans and everything like that. So, me having a dad that is a veteran and everything, he was in the Marine Corps. And, I had basically I got an uncle and aunt and stuff like that, that were in the service and cousins and all that stuff and friends. So to me, like that's a big deal. And to me, them giving back to veterans and they also have good food. So I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. That jalapeno cheddar sausage that they got, man, that was damn good. I wish I got more of it. I was like, damn, you need like an all you can eat menu here because it was so damn good. I wanted more and more. I was like, whoo, it had a nice kick to it, man. Nice kick. It was nice and spicy, and man, I couldn't complain about it. Like it was just overall, it was just good. The cornbread was good, all that stuff. So go try them. And like I said on the last show, I think it's Hungry Harry's. It's off of 41 and going towards Land O'Lakes, the one with the USA flag on it.
Okay.
And man, man, you can't go wrong at that place when it comes to barbecue and everything. And man, they got good banana pudding. So go try them out.
I love barbecue, so I'm gonna have to go check all these places out.
Hey man, I told you live right down the road from me, so you come hang out with me. We still got. I think me and you need to go up to Ocala, try Four Smokes barbecue up there that Kendall Tucker's friend owns, and we can go there, and then we can go to Big Lee's barbecue. Big Lee's is on the Food Network channel and all that stuff.
Yeah, I've heard of it. That's crazy,
dude. Big Lee. Dude, we could do it. We'll have to do it.
We'll have to arrange it.
Yep, we will. So you just let me know when you got time, and I'll try to let you know when I got time, and we can make it happen.
Let's plan it.
All right, brother. Well, I appreciate you coming on. We'll definitely have you on. Come the World Series of college baseball, and then we'll see who had some right and who had some wrong, and we'll go from there, man.
We'll test it out. We'll see who got their bracket right.
Well, I appreciate
you having me, man. Thank you guys again.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Have a good one.
All right, everybody. That was JP Gates coming on, talking about super regionals for college baseball. And, he has experience being, a champion with Tampa University of Tampa, won the national championship, and then he played for the Miami Hurricanes, and they had a couple rough outings up there in the Gainesville regional and stuff like that. So it's good to see him and everything like that come on and go from there. Again, we're gonna plug. I know it's gonna sound like a broken record, but we're going to plug the Marty Wilson golf tournament, and what they do is give back and everything. Anchored in Service. listen, Marty Wilson, they have a golf tournament every year. Get with Will Wilson if you want to be a sponsor. Get with Kelly Wilson if you want to be a sponsor. If you want to donate something to get auctioned off, they also, I believe, they do that still. I know this for a fact because I know I donated like a Kucherov jersey to them in prior year to get raffled off because, like I said, I've known Marty a couple times, met Marty a couple times, even on the golf course, and he was always a good laugh and everything like that. So go support local, go help them achieve young student athletes and students achieve something that they want to go do. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and we are going to talk about the new pizza place that's going to be opening up. Okay. Pizza J's and more. They are doing a taste test. If you want to go taste test it, go taste test it. Go reach out to Michael Bartoli. He will send you an invite, tell you when to meet, all that stuff. Tomorrow, 6 to 8. Go try it. Don't bring your kids. Make it a date night. Go try some delicious pizza. He's got a pizza that has pesto on it and everything. I'm not a big fan of pesto, but sounds pretty damn delicious. So, and he does not skimp on those ingredients. So just plug that. And I see my next guest on. He is LeCanto High School's football coach, Ryan Groh. What's up, Coach?
What's going on, Nick? How are you, buddy?
I'm good, man. Welcome to the show.
Appreciate you having me on.
So tell me, tell everybody who you are. Tell everybody, tell us about your life.
Oof.
You don't gotta tell us everything like, hey,
yeah.
my first baby word was this,
No, I pretty much grew up here in Citrus County. I actually had the unique experience of going to both LeCanto and Citrus. I transferred back before transfer was actually cool. So, yeah, I like to say that all the time. But getting to go to both high schools is definitely a unique experience. I got to graduate from Citrus, but I went through middle school and high school at LeCanto. And then from there, got to go play a little bit of college ball. Biggest thing there for me was getting to further my education, right? Like using football as that drive to get to go to school and get a bunch of money off, not to pay a bunch to go to school. And then went to Citrus, couldn't stay away from football. Haven't been away from football my entire life, pretty much since the age of 7. That's why I wanted to get into coaching so bad. And I couldn't stay away from it. It's like that, just like how you are getting that bug, you catch that bug and you can't get away from it.
Yeah.
So just pretty much sports in general, I can't get away from. But went from Citrus and then went to Nature Coast, had a short stint there, and then now I'm back home at LeCanto. So,
what were you at Nature Coast?
So I was the co-OC. I was only there for a spring when Kaz was there. Just that drive kind of killed me.
Yeah,
having to go there every day. And like I don't work on campus, so that drive killed me.
Yeah,
I'll just say that much.
Okay. I know Kaz. Good, pretty damn good coach. And everything. How was that working with him?
Yeah, Kaz is awesome. Like him and I still stay in contact all the time. But working over there, it was definitely different leaving Citrus County. But like the same issues we have here in Citrus County, the same issues they have in Hernando County.
Yeah.
Just different counties. Some things are a little bit different, but a lot of it's still the same. It's still football at the end of the day, and it's still school politics.
So for instance, because I grew up down there. Okay.
Yeah.
I've Hernando County basically raised forever. And to me, like it feels like we're the shadow of Hernando County. Like we both shadow each other when it comes to certain things. Like I remember, 20 something years ago when the Suncoast was getting built through Spring Hill in Brooksville, And I remember like it wasn't so crazy. Now it's like, damn, like, like it, I mean, it blew up 5 years after, it took a little bit. I feel like it's happening faster up here because they kind of took the blueprint of what they had down there, and they were like, hey, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna keep on increasing this Suncoast all the way to 19. And now it's growing so damn fast. It feels like we can't keep up as a county,
Yeah, it's growing fast. And like LeCanto wise, like I know we're over capacity, but it's just going to continue to grow with kids. Like
Yeah.
especially with the IB program and all the other programs we got at LeCanto, it's just going to continue to grow.
Mhm.
I'm curious to see how fast they try to build another high school now because of that, because of us growing so much.
Listen, that I feel like that needs to happen in a way, but I mean, they built when I was in high school, I think my junior year, I think it was Nature Coast. I think that's when they opened.
Nature
And
Coach wasn't even built to have athletics.
yeah, I
That's the
know.
crazy thing. There's no coaches' offices for any of the sports. There's not even a football only locker room there.
Mhm.
Like they weren't supposed to have sports there.
No, they weren't. It was supposed to be a technical school.
Hmm.
So, when Nature Coast opened up though, like everybody started flocking to it because they were like, oh, it's a new flavor of the month, basically. Let's all go over there. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm a bear. I'm a bear forever, so I stayed at Central and everything. I love Central. It's kind of sad what it's become, because it's kind of like the redheaded stepchild now.
Yep.
Because you got Hernando, you got Springstead, and you got Nature Coast, and if it's like Central's so far out there, like I said, I love Central, but they're so far out there that like people forget that they're out there.
Hmm.
Now you got Wiki Watchy out there, and everybody sees Wiki Watchy because they're right there on 19, and you just don't see Central though because they're tucked away,
Yeah.
off of
Yeah.
Sunshine Grove Road.
It
So
it sucks. It sucks to see Central like athletic wise where they're at now. Because like
it,
I remember when the Central football used to be actually decent. They used to be pretty good.
yeah, my 4 years we were good. I know after that, when my brother played there, they were good. They had DeJuan Harris, Fox, shout out Fox. Being the running back, going to Troy and everything like that. It's kind of sad because it's like they had athletes, man.
Yeah.
We had some great athletes actually there. You know, just to name a few, like we had Jerry Daniels and Lance Holland, and you had, I mean, we had some guys, man, go through there, and it was just like, my running back Tim Gaynor, we had some good athletes, and it just never panned out, and it's kind of sad because it's like, damn, man, like coaching does matter in a lot of ways.
Hmm.
Uh, I feel like, when Coach Wilkinson went there, he changed it, but then, he ended up having a kid, and then he ended up going back to the East Coast, and, they had Coach Lowry there for a little bit, and then they had somebody else and everything like that. And it was just like, it was like a coaching carousel for a while at that school mainly. And it was a little sad because, I was hoping Coach Nestor would have gotten that job, but I don't think he wanted that job and everything like that. Sorry to talk out of turn, Coach Nestor, but I'm just saying, Coach Nestor was one of those coaches that, man, you knew you had a buddy in a coach, but he was also, he would also get the best out of you. So and he's one of my biggest influences besides Coach Wilkinson on wanting to be a coach. That's the reason why when I first started going to doing Storm, it was like, hey, I want to go. I want to be like them. I want to be like those coaches. I don't want to be like some of these other coaches where they just use you and abuse you, and then you're rubbish after they're done with you. So
Right.
Where'd you go to college?
So I played down at Warner, so down in South Florida, Lake Wales area.
Okay.
Biggest reason going there was they had an ag program. Like I'm in the ag world now, so that was the only other school besides UF and FAMU that has an ag program in the state.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that's, and I got to play with Schaefer. Like I'll tell you a little story about that. Like going on my recruiting visit there, like I'm a big Gator, obviously. So going on my recruiting story there, like I got there, got to walk around, meet all the coaches, and then there's Dallas Baker, and the head coach at the time was Rod Schaefer, and he goes, "Yeah, he's our wide receivers coach." I'm like, "Oh crap, really?" And that sold me right off the bat. Getting to be coach, he only stayed for a year, and he left and went to Marshall as their wide receivers coach there. But getting to be around him for a year and getting to learn from him was huge. And then Schaefer. Rod Schaefer, he longtime head coach at Lake Wales. He actually brought small college football to the state. So he started Weber and he started Warner. And then it just blew up with St. Thomas and Kaiser and Southeastern and all those schools down south. So that was huge for the state as a whole. But it was fun learning from him. And then our OC there, we pretty much run the same offense I ran at Warner here at LECANTO now.
Okay.
Yep.
Is Coach Schaefer one of your biggest influences?
I would say him, and then Coach Washington he's one of the girls basketball coach down where's he at? Winter Haven? Yeah, he's at Winter Haven now.
Okay.
They've won like 10 state championships in the past 12 years or something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
He stepped away from football just time wise, and he's an administrator down there in Polk County too.
Okay. Well, I mean,
yeah, those
that's
two,
a good influence right there.
they both won I think 2 state titles. He played quarterback at Virginia Military Institute and then came back to Polk County and started coaching basketball and football too.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Schaefer's put a bunch of kids in college, and I think he's got 4 or 5 in the NFL. But he's huge down in Polk County.
My next question to you is like what made you want to be like, want to coach offense? Like what was like your biggest influence on that? Like you just were an offensive guy, or
yeah, I played quarterback my whole life. So I just tell people all the time, I hate defenses. I like being able to score. I know defensively you can score too, but like offensively, I like putting up as many points as possible. My guys know it. I try to score 70 every game.
Yeah.
So that's always been my goal. Done it a few times. Get told to put, especially against county opponents, get told to put the brakes off, turn the brakes on. So I try to score 70 a game.
Oh man. I'm trying to watch what I say.
I know, I am too. I feel you. But I had to throw that one out there.
I know, but I'm trying to figure out where to go from here on that one.
Surprised Wes ain't texted me yet. Told me to stop talking.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, cut, timeout. No, like to me, like so what goes, don't go into great detail of like what you do now, but what when you first started, what did you do to get started on like making a playbook? What influenced you? Like who'd you watch and everything like that?
I'm a big Mike Leach guy. That's we run the Panther. I call it the Panther raid, but it's basically just the air raid, right? And see, like people get misconstrued when I call it the air raid. It's like, oh, you don't run the ball. You don't run the ball. That's not true. Like the air raid, like Mike Leach, him and Hal Mummy created it. So it's 2 very strange people, right? And they basically made it their own, and that's the great thing about air raid is you can make it your own, do whatever you want with it. And I've taken a lot of play, like I have my plays written down from when I was at high school at Citrus. I didn't do the LECANTO stuff, but I started when I was at Citrus. So like my junior year on, I have playbooks of everything I've ever been in and ran. So I think that's the good thing about that. Is like, forget who told me that when I was in high school to start writing it down. I think it might have been my uncle. But I have all those playbooks. So when I'm stuck on something, I kind of go back to those and kind of lean on those.
Who was your coaches at Citrus?
So at Citrus, I had Justin Taylor, and then our OC was Dan Baldner.
Okay.
So JT, I love JT to death. Love Dan to death too. But JT, him and I still talk to this day. Like he was a hell of a football coach.
I was gonna say
Hell of a guy,
because you say Mike Leach is your influence. I'm gonna tell you right now, I've heard some of your damn plays in your language of your plays, and I'm gonna tell you right now, that ain't Mike Leach's plays.
So when Jake Colson was at LeCanto, he ran a very similar offense, but like the terminology was different.
Mhm.
And it took me a while to learn it, but once I kind of learned it, we've stuck with it the past couple of years. I'll say this now, but I'm not really like I tell people all the time, you can see my plays, but you still got to stop us, right? Yeah. And but like language wise, a lot of it was words, and I don't like that. So now we're all going back to the more Mike Leach system.
I was gonna say because you need a
hey, this wardrobe designer was Wes. These shirts are from this shirt right here is from Wes. First time I worn it actually.
I wanted was it I was gonna say because I remember Mike Leach. I love Mike Leach. He would have like a little index card.
Yep.
And he would have like 6 plays on there.
I'm too organized for that. I thought about trying to do that this year in the spring actually, and like I started to do it, and I'm too organized. Like my play call sheet's like this long, and there's stuff all over it. And
I was gonna say you must have got that from Bud Padilla because he had some long name plays on his damn playbook too. Like his play sheet, man. I was like, good Lord. Like I was like, it looks like a Denny's menu.
Yeah, my play sheets they're more Andy Reedish than they are Mike Leachish.
Mm-hmm.
But like how Mummy's still an OC, some D3 or JUCO out west, and like he's gotten away from doing the index card thing too. His play call sheets are huge as well.
You know who used to do who used to drive me nuts too. Watching them play all the time. Paul Johnson, man. Paul Johnson would he'd have a little index card too, man, and because he ran that damn triple option at Georgia Tech, it drove me nuts.
I mean, like 5 plays when you run that,
dude. He had it like this, and he's sitting there like, yep, like, and you couldn't stop it once it got going. You can't stop the option. That's why those Nebraska teams, back in the early 90s and in the 80s and stuff, they were pretty dominant because no one ran it like them, with the triple option and everything like that. So
wing T is hard to stop, but once you stop it, it can be stopped. Like once one team gets a blueprint of how to stop the wing T against you, it's pretty hard. It's pretty easy for everybody else, but it's got to take that one person to do it.
I was never a fan of the wing T. I always thought we should have used a different offense because of the talent we had. But sorry, Coach Griff, but love Coach Griff. Love Coach Griff like crazy, but freaking buck down and dough and all that stuff, like it drove me nuts.
that's what we ran at Citrus, and I used to think the same things because you look around, you got Sam Franklin on one side, Des Franklin on the other, you got Blotz, you got Knowles left before I was there, you got Bronson, we had a bunch of Breon Whaley, got a bunch of studs, and we're running the wing T, but we made it work.
Yeah. So, damn, man, that I'll tell you, the wing T, I feel like like you said, once it gets going, I remember we would kill River Ridge and Ridgewood with it and everything like that. It wasn't too successful against Hernando or Ant's not here to hear this, so Christian River.
Where's he at? I wanted to give him crap about being a Florida State fan.
I don't know where Ant is today. I gotta stop telling him that I got guests coming on, because then he might actually come on. Then
You didn't want to talk about LECANTO, I guess.
no. He's very supportive of LECANTO now. He's very supportive of LECANTO. Well, JV anyways. I
Yeah,
don't know
JV
about
anyways.
varsity, but he said he definitely has my full. I have his full support.
Good. I just and like talking about like that, like I want all three schools in our county to be good. Like it just makes everybody around us better. And like it sucks to see the way Citrus has been, especially being an alumni there, and it sucks to see the way that Chris River has been in and out with guys, head coaches. Like it's just all about stability. We have two at LeCanto, but like it's not like we've hired from within our staff, so it's kind of been continuously the same.
Yeah.
It's just been different guys at the helm.
Well, I mean, let's peel back the curtain a little bit. When I did the interview and everything with you and Coach West and Principal LaBarba and everything, when applying for the JV head coaching job. First off, I'm very honored that I was even considered. I was very, very honored about it, because like I thought it was a prank. I thought it was like, all right, where's Ashton Kutcher? Where am I being punked at? Where's the cameras at? But it was great meeting you in that interview, and some of the questions and everything. I gotta say, man, doing Storm for a long time and everything really helped me with those questions, with a lot of those questions. And it's just, I felt like it helped me with all that. And then me telling you guys like it was, I'm just tired of seeing all our good players, no matter who they play for, go out of this county. I'm just tired of that. I'm tired of the fact that we lose a lot of good talent that's homegrown, that's lived here most of their life, and then ends up leaving, which to me sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not. Like I got to see a former Inverness Storm player, Amani Armstrong, when he got to win a state championship. I mean, realistically, would we like to win a state championship locally here? Yeah. I mean, the basketball team was pretty damn close. So you can't say it can never happen. I just feel like there's too much animosity that goes on, because a lot of people know. I mean, it's a small town, man. Everybody knows everything that goes on in this town. They act like they can keep anything hush hush. They can't keep anything hush hush around here. And that's the thing that kind of drives me nuts, is like you're wanting to try to I'm smarter than all these people that live here, but it's like you're not, though. Like we see the moves that you make, and then we go, yep, that was a insider trade deal and all that stuff, and it's kind of messed up. But to me, like I'm just glad that I'm able to have the honor to be at a school. And to me, like when it comes to the coaching and everything like that, I just know the coaching is going to get better. You're a homegrown talent, obviously. You stepped outside of this county for a cup of coffee, and then you came back. And to me, like you're still young enough where eventually, you could be a head coach down the road, and to me, like it would be great to, see as a head coach down the road locally, not far away, because to me, like it would be great. But I feel like you knowing Citrus County the way you do, because you were raised here and grew up here, that's what they need, So because you went outside this county, did your thing, and then came back. Not a lot of people do that.
Got beat by LECANTO in the spring game and wanted to come back home.
Well, that will do it too.
But yep, that'll do it.
That'll do it.
No,
You know?
no, but I just wish like when it comes to like head coaching in this county, like sometimes like you're like, how did that happen? How did he actually end up there? But like everything's got a plan. There's some people behind the scenes that make some certain calls, and it's like, okay, we'll see what this pans out for in 3 years. And there's always going to be those 3 years where something happens. Like I
Yeah,
think 3 years ago there was 3 head coaches hired in this county, and they're all 3 of them aren't here anymore.
I know.
But
I was going to be part of one of those coaches' staffs.
I was too.
uh, you know, and I got there probably 5 minutes too late, and you know, I mean, what could have been? I don't know. I mean, to me, I also feel like, you know, when you go into a gunfight, you got to actually go in with a gun, not a water pistol. You know, so, but
Yeah,
you know, it is
I
what it is.
I wish the new guy at Citrus best of luck, but like it's gonna take somebody that's from Citrus County to turn just a certain program like that around. Like,
I
but
don't think so, man.
I hope I'm wrong, but we'll see.
I'm hearing I hear good things
Yeah.
from them so far. You know, like I said, it's you know, like I told you, you know, I think before is, you know, I was really hoping Devin would have gotten it, but Devin didn't get it. And hey, you know, I know Devin's doing good things over there, Coach Dominguez. And
He was my quarterback coach when I was at LeCanto.
He's a hell of a good coach, right?
Yeah. Yeah. He's an
So,
awesome guy.
we won't talk
Saw
good
him
about him right now, though.
No, I saw him at Disney the other day, and I'm walking. We're at Epcot, and I'm walking by, and I'm like, oh, there's Coach Dominguez. Because you can spot him out from 17 miles away.
Yeah. So,
But
he's good. He's a good coach. I love I love that guy, man. He's a hell of a nice guy. I coached his son and everything, and he was such a good parent, man. And you know, think of the world of him. And you know, I just, you know, my kids that played for me all those years at Storm, they loved him, and was one of the reasons why they would stick around because of Coach Dominguez, you know. And that's what's up with that. That because he's a hell of a coach, you know. And it's just, I don't know. I feel like around here, and like I said, down there in Hernando County, it's kind of like, you know, it's a musical chairs when it comes to the coaches and everything like that. But it is what it is. Let me ask you this: who are you a fan of? For obviously, you said you're the Gators fan. So who are you for NFL?
so I was a Brady guy for a long time. I kind of towards Brady's end of his retirement, like I became a Cowboys fan. I know. But
Love misery.
and then when he came, like, of course, I kind of watched the Bucks. I'm more of a college guy, just because like I like the different offenses in college. Like everything in the NFL is kind of cookie cutter, besides the Detroit and Ravens a little bit. We'll see how they are differently this year.
Yeah.
But like I'm more of a college guy. I pretty much watch every single game on Saturdays, even those crazy 11 o'clock games at night.
I used to stay up and watch Central Michigan, Western Michigan.
Yeah.
I used to watch Marshall growing up, like before Marshall like became a thing, you know. That's how I discovered Randy Moss. You know, would watch Marshall play like Navy and all those other schools, the small schools and everything. You know, would watch Air Force and BYU before BYU, you know, like BYU was kind of big, but they weren't like too big on TV all the time, you know. And then like I remember Hawaii with Norm Chow as the head coach and everything. He would go. You had Colt Colt Brennan was one of my favorite quarterbacks. You know,
Bet you
and
could sling it.
he could. I wish he had it between the years, man.
Yeah.
He'd still be alive and stuff, you know.
Yep.
So, man, he was one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch though in college, and then they ended up playing, I think, the Gators or Georgia, and they got mollywopped and everything. So, but
I don't think it was Florida. I know they played Florida in the swamp at home in the swamp one year to start the season off, but I don't think it was.
I think it was Georgia then.
Yeah,
Georgia. It was one of the two, and everything. Who are some of the teams that you look forward to watching on Saturday?
So I wish we could watch Oregon more. Like there's some teams out west that it's like they show up towards the end of the year. Like College Game Day is always at I think they were at Oregon like 3 times last year. But like it's hard to watch them on TV just because like being here on the East Coast, they're not really on TV. I want to see Washington play because like Jed Fish is their head coach. He's a former Gator. But like of course
former Cane
like,
too.
Yep. And then like of course just the SEC schools. Like I'm a big SEC guy. I think it's nice seeing Georgia and Alabama kind of not at the top at what they used to be. Like I used to like Texas until they came to the SEC. We'll see, but we play them again this year. It's at home this year though. But I'm curious to see what Summerall does. I'll say that much. I'm sick of talking about revolving doors here in Citrus County in high schools. It's a revolving door at Florida too. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired of it. Like, this is the first year that I actually feel some sort of hope, just because of Summerall. It's been a while. I'll say that. Well, and you know just as well. You felt those pains too, with Al Golden and everybody else.
Oh, dude, but Al Golden. Here's the thing about Al Golden. Now, a lot of people don't understand is Al Golden was his own worst enemy. Man, he didn't want to fire his brother-in-law. His brother-in-law was the defensive coordinator, D'Onofrio, and D'Onofrio ran a 3-4. You can't run a 3-4 down there, man. No. Like the kids, like Armbruster, the linebacker down there, he used to say, he said, we didn't get the defense until like our 4th year. We didn't understand the terminology until our 4th year being in the system. He goes, you can't do that. We're not thinkers. We seek ball, get ball, you know?
Yeah.
And then you had Anthony Chickillo. They ended up making Anthony Chickillo gain like 40 pounds because they wanted him to be nose tackle. He wasn't a nose tackle, dude. He was more of like an outside linebacker, and you know, and they wanted him to play nose tackle, and he wasn't in good shape because of that. And he's the reason why they were so far behind. If they didn't hire him and they actually hired somebody worth a damn, they probably would have won at least another national championship by now. They were pretty damn close with Mario, but you know, Mario, I think has got the right pieces right now where I think they're going to be back again this year.
You think they go back again?
Huh?
You think they go back again?
I think so. I think I'm not just saying that because I'm a homer, because I'm wearing the gear and stuff. I'm dead serious. I think they got a better quarterback. I think they got a better passing quarterback right now. Mensah is just a better pure passer than Beck. Beck is a great leader, but Beck was also coming off an elbow injury, and you know, as a quarterback, that's pretty damn big.
I tore my UCL. My UCL is still torn. I never got it fixed. So that I tore it my freshman year of high school, and they thought it was just in my growth plate, but ended up finding out my junior year of college that my UCL was torn. So I have the same injury that Beck does. It's when that happened, I knew exactly what it was. Like it just looked bad. and it's hard to come back from. I'm curious to see like who's he with in the NFL now.
Mm-hmm.
Who's
He
he
went
with?
to the Cardinals.
He went to the Cardinals.
Cardinals. Yep.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what he
Yep.
does there. But
Yeah, he went to the Cardinals 3rd round pick. So he which to me I think he's going to thrive there. You know, I just hope they surround him with offensive line. I think he's going to do big. But he you know, he wasn't bad. He stepped up in the playoffs. I mean, he took some shots and kept getting up, and you know, I mean, he ran the ball. He ran the ball out of nowhere, and I was just like, "Oh, please get this! Please get this! Don't get hurt! Don't get hurt!" You know, like I pray to God he don't get hurt because we don't have a backup. That's really worth a damn. So
it's just the clutch moments. He was the same thing at Georgia. Clutch moments, he kind of folded.
well, not these clutch moments because I mean he came up big against Ole Miss
Well,
and
in the national
know.
championship though, like the biggest one of the
oh
year.
well
Yeah.
I don't understand why they tried he tried to go for that. Like it didn't make any sense to me. Like
He was
how
trying
do
to
you
force it.
Yeah, I mean, he had no window with Marion there. Like he had, I don't understand that whole point. Like take the underneath, like take
Mhm.
the underneath, take what you can get, so we can get closer. Like I don't like why try to bomb it because they still had I think 2 or 3 timeouts still. I think 2, and
I think it was
so
2.
you're gonna give them 30 seconds to go kick a field goal with that kicker? No.
Yeah.
No, like you gotta realize what you're doing. And to me, like it was just plain stupid. It was plain stupid of him. But you know, everybody was like, "Oh, he finally becked," and I was like, "Whatever, dude." I was like, "He got us there. He got us there." I think Mensa is going to be great, though. I feel like the whole backfield is back. And they added a couple. They added a couple pieces that I think are going to be game changers. And Pringle's back, and that kid's full of speed. Jordan Lyle's back. I feel like they reloaded, man. It kind of reminds me of back when they were actually competing for national championships back in the day. Like you lost Beck after you lost Cam Ward, you got Beck. Now you got Mensa, and they just keep on stacking classes now. And the O line might take a little bit of a step back, but I feel like that O line is always going to be good when you got Maribal there and stuff. So
And you got Cristobal too. They're both really good O-line guys.
Yeah, man. They're like
that's the biggest thing on the staff too. Like that's why Wes and I are so like we get along so well. Like he's been my O-line guy for the past 3 years, and like the O-line guys, that's the biggest hire on any staff, in my opinion. But
it is
when you have a good one, it's really good.
Yeah.
When you have a bad one, it shows big time.
Yeah. It also shows when you don't have a line at all, you know. Like you can coach up people, but you know, if they ain't gonna take what you use, then there's no helping with that. So, but
it's just cool. It's just cool though now to see that there's 2 air raid guys in the state, because you got what's his name at Miami, Shannon.
Randy.
No, it's not Randy.
No, not Randy Shannon.
Crap. What's his last name? What's his first name?
Oh
crap. But then you got Buster at Florida too. Like Buster's an air raid guy, true and true. He just ran what he had at Georgia Tech, because he's from Valdosta State.
So you like what he's gonna run?
Yeah, I think at Florida it's gonna be a little bit different. Like he used to be the quarterbacks coach at Georgia when Stetson Bennett was there.
Okay.
And they ran a little bit of air raid stuff there too. He wasn't the OC, but he had a lot of involvement. Buster used to be the OC at Georgia Tech, but before that he was at Valdosta State. And that's like everybody who comes through Valdosta State ends up getting a little bit of Mike Leach's like coaching tree, because he pretty much brought that put it on the map.
Yeah. Shannon Dawson.
Shannon
Shannon
Dawson, there it
Dawson.
is.
Yeah,
That's his name.
He's big on the air raid, but the problem that they were having in the beginning of the year was they weren't passing it. They weren't like passing it enough, and then I felt like Mario was just trying to eat up clock, which is fine, but like to me, you got to put teams away. Like
Mhm.
they almost let Florida State come back in the fourth quarter of that game when they beat the dog out of them almost the whole game. And then they started coming back, and I was like, stop being complacent. Go for the jugular.
Yeah.
But I also feel like Cristobal doesn't want to lose a guy for injury because he has a starter in the fourth quarter, like deep in the fourth quarter. He doesn't want someone getting hurt because he's trying to add more scores to the scoreboard. And to me, like you gotta let your second string do that, and he was like trying to just grind out games, and it was driving me nuts because he did that against Notre Dame. Like he took the gas off the pedal, and Notre Dame almost came back and beat us. So, you can't do that as a coach. You can't get complacent.
You got to throw the ball to score and run the ball to win. That's kind of the way I think about it. Like when you got them on the ropes, you got to throw the hammer on them, and then you can run the ball a little bit more and kind of chew clock.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all about the defense is giving you, and sometimes when you got a head coach that's the offensive line coach, they're gonna want to run the ball a little bit more.
Well, that's so true.
Yep.
Listen, you got to have a balance, though. You got
100%. 100%. I try to be 50-50, but then I hear the little Mike Leach voice in the back of my head, and it's like, why would you do something 50% of the time, 50% of the time that you're not very good at?
If that Mike Leach is in the back of your head, he's probably saying 90-10.
Yeah. But see, like towards the end of his career, he was like 70% run. Like it's just based off the personnel he had. Like at Mississippi State, they ran the ball a bunch. And it's just because of the personnel he had. He had 3 really good running backs one year, and they ran the heck out. I think they ran for I think it was like 72% of the time they ran the ball that year.
Well, he also said that him throwing those short little passes counts as running plays.
Exactly. We do a lot of those. Everybody who plays us, they talk about it in the paper. Oh, they're gonna throw screens. Yeah, it's just the extension of the run game. They're gonna do quick game stuff. It's just extension of the run game.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I know some teams run the veer and all that stuff, and I'm just like, oh boy, it's such boring offense in a way.
It takes a lot of time to practice. Like I ran it all through high school, and then we ran it a little bit when I was in college too. But like, it takes a lot to practice, and it kills a lot of your practice time.
Yeah.
So because we ran a little bit of it my freshman year of college, and then Schaefer finally realized that like it wasn't gonna be worth it to use so much time of practice on it. And then we started throwing the ball a lot more. So
yeah.
But it's just all based off what you're good at. That's all it is.
Was it man, it like when it came to pros and everything, I was Brian Billick, he had that crazy offense and everything, and then you had Gruden with the West Coast, but he like sprinkled in some of his spread plays with the West Coast and everything. It was kind of like West Coast meets spread, and he just had like things that would open up and different concepts. And I was when I was head coach and everything for some of the teams that I coached for Storm and all that, like I tell Sean Portwood, who's watching, because he was the OC, I was like, look, you got the whole concept of you got 3 routes running to the right side. You have nothing going to the left side. You need at least something to distract the left side. Like you can't just you can't just have one. You can't just flood one side because then you're talking about Greg Roman right now. Like when it comes to passing concepts, and Greg Roman as the offense coordinator for the Ravens, he has some great concepts when it comes to run blocking, and he's like one of the best run scheme offensive minds there is in the league. Because I mean, all those years that he was with the 49ers when Kaepernick was there as a quarterback and Frank Gore and stuff, and they had a pretty damn good line with Joe Staley and everybody like that.
Mm-hmm.
But man, you look at the run block schemes that he does, it's just he's got combination blocks, he's got zones, he does the pin and pull and stuff like that. And all those combination blocks that he had one side would run zone, the other side would run just a different scheme all in general. Yeah. And it would throw defenses off because they're like, what the hell are they running? But when it came to passing concepts, man, he was atrocious. Like, I mean, like he was worthless. He was like, tits on a board. he was bad, man. He was very bad. Steve Smith Sr. would call him out, and Kurt Warner and stuff like that. And I'm really excited because obviously I'm a Ravens fan and everything, but I'm really excited to see what Declan Doyle does because he's kind of like a young-minded guy like you, and he had Sean Payton as his coach for a long time down in New Orleans, and now he also was under Ben Johnson for a year with the Bears. And to me, like it's gonna be fun to see what he is what he brings to the table, with all that offense that he offensive talent that he has. So
yeah, he's got a lot, and y'all have a lot of offensive talent too. It sucks to see. Like y'all should be going a lot further than what you are every year, but it's also the NFL.
Oh, I know.
Every team's got it.
Well, Mike Minter, Jesse Minter's dad, who's been in the NFL for like 30 plus years, he says you got a bunch of whiz kids. That's what reminds me of you. You're a whiz kid. You got that whiz mind, man. You got that open mind on things and everything. So I'm excited to take a deep dive and figure out how you run things and everything. So that's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to that.
Once you get it, you got it. Like it might take a little bit to understand it, but it's not that complicated at the end of the day. And like I try to keep it as like a lot of our stuff, they have a bunch of different code words to it and stuff that the kids can understand a little bit better.
Yeah.
So like
I know like I said, I heard some of the terminology and I was like, man, that's a long ass play. I was like, I'm gonna need a nap and a sandwich.
It's not that bad. See, there's some plays that could be 2 words.
I know, but like some of the plays I heard, I was like, man, this reminds me of Gruden talking about YZ banana
Spider
split.
2 YZ banana. Yep. We got it in. It's just not named that.
I know. It's just funny. Like when I play Madden with the kids and everything, and they always like, what play to pick? I don't understand this. And like I was like, that's because you don't know ball like me, man. Like what do you want me to tell you? Like you got to run certain defenses and defensive schemes, and you gotta run like the one defense that I really hated going against in the youth leagues and stuff was damn 5-man fronts. I was like, I couldn't stand it because we didn't have the hogs in front to be able to handle that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I wish I was lucky enough to get a 5-man front. That'd be fun.
Oh, trust me.
I never do.
Trust me, I did.
Yeah.
I got a lot of it. I was like, good Lord. I was like, they already know They already know that we want to run the damn ball. Damn it. Damn me
Get me in
being
the
an old
box.
lineman. So
Yep.
I like putting our hand on the ground. So uh, so do you think the Gators are gonna have a better record than last year?
I dang sure hope so. I mean, like, I just like I don't know if it's just because he's new or like it's just something better than Billy Napier, and it's not just cookie cutter plain blank face all the time. Like, but with like Summerall, you feel a different like type of I don't want to say buy, but like emotion, right? And
Yeah.
like Florida coaches in the past, all the good ones have had emotion. Like you look back and you think about Urban, like heck, even Dan Mullen when he had a couple good years before he stopped recruiting and it just went downhill.
Hey
But
man, he's doing good at UNLV.
yeah, but he's just I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I used to love Dan Mullen, but like he kind of just gave up on Florida after we kind of had him back, and he wasn't even our first choice when he did come back.
Yeah.
But like when you think about Spurrier, and then you look even further back, like Ray Graves and stuff when they were good in '70s and '60s. But like I'm super curious to see. He's a defensive minded guy, but he's got guys on the offense side of the ball that know what the heck's going on. Like you
Mhm.
go get the top offense coordinator from last year from all of college football, and then you pair him with Florida athletes and BB3 and Dallas Wilson, and you'll get Eric Singleton, who played at Georgia Tech with Buster before he went to Auburn, and then of course Jaden Ball in the backfield. Like he's hard to bring down and just crazy. I'm curious to see what they do at quarterback though. Like we went to the spring game. Wes and I and a bunch of our coaches took a bunch of our boys to the spring game this year, and like it was cool to see that from that aspect. It's it's gonna be vanilla stuff, but like with Trey Mel and um Aaron Philo, like I'm curious to see who wins that job.
Yeah. Who do you want to win that job?
I don't know. Like it's hard being outside, like not being in the program and seeing it now. Like especially since, like I said, it was all cookie cutter, easy stuff in the spring. They both had their moments. Like I think with Trey Mel, like a lot of the like he's a Florida boy. He's from Jacksonville. He can throw the ball pretty well. He's got the ability to run it too. And then you got Aaron Philo, who is the leading passer in all the state of Georgia and Georgia history and high school history in Georgia,
Hmm.
and who was Buster's backup last year when behind the kid they had up there at Georgia Tech that could run the heck out of the ball. King, the
Yeah,
last name was
Haynes
King.
Keen, right?
Haynes King. Yep.
Yeah.
So it's just like we don't truly even know what the heck kind of offense they're going to run because Buster's been so different everywhere he's been based off of personnel.
Hmm.
And then defensively, like I think they're going to be pretty darn good getting Jaden Woods back and Miles Graham, and then getting some pieces in the back end a little bit better than what we had last year because it was atrocious secondary wise last year.
Yeah,
And then
you guys were. I was surprised too because like normally you got and what's crazy is you had that I'm trying to remember the DB coach's name.
Cormani, oh the DB coach.
Uh, he used to be at LSU.
Well,
And then,
he's been gone for a couple years,
yeah.
so he
But what I'm
didn't see
saying
eye to
though is like,
eye, with the DC.
yeah, and what that's what it was kind of confusing because it's like, damn, you had such a good DB coach there. I'm surprised he wasn't retained. And then like Napier, man, I just didn't understand him because like it's so crazy because like all these guys that like are Saban or Belichick disciples, they don't I don't understand how do you not try to be like what you had as a as a role model. Like you basically had the blueprints of how to do things. And like you had Gerard Mayo. He was supposed to be like tutorage under Belichick for years,
Hmm.
and somehow he didn't know what the hell he was doing, you know. And then like Napier, man, it was like, dude, you were under Saban, you kicked butt at Memphis. Like I used to love watching Memphis games because of
He was
him.
at
Or wasn't he at
Raging
Memphis?
Cajuns.
Oh,
No,
that's right.
he was at
Who was
Louisiana
at
Monroe.
Memphis?
The
Norvell,
Silverfield.
right?
Norvell was at Memphis, and then Silverfield was too, and he's at Arkansas now.
Who was at Memphis before Norvell?
Oh,
trying to remember. But Memphis was so fun to watch.
Yeah.
You know, but like, you know, Napier, like you would think like, hey, you know, you would try to like, you know, basically be like Saban in a way. You're not gonna be him all the way, but man, like he just he looked like he lost it, man. I remember going to that Miami Gator game opening day
Mhm.
2 years ago, and dude, he looked, you know, he looked like he was done.
But
Like,
that's how he looked all
and
the
then you heard
time.
the
Like he
rumors
didn't
that
show anything.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like he had no fight, he had no drive. Like I was really shocked that he got to keep his job that year, and then he was able to come back. Well, I know that, but that's why I try to tell Ant like the reason why you guys won't fire Norvell is because then that's more money you owe him.
Yeah,
They're still paying Willie.
they're still they're in a. I'm just glad we're not them. I'll say that much. Either one of us. Like I'm just glad we're not them.
Yeah.
I'm just like with Napier, like he tried too much to be like Saban, I think. Like they had like 130 people inside of the player personnel department inside the building. And like Summerall was talking about in one of his conference in one of his media availability things, like he got there and he's like, what do all these people do? And half the people didn't even know what their actual job was. So like he had too many people in the building and like waste a lot of funds. I'm sure there's some spots that Summerall's wasting money in, but like when like I think they had the third rating recruiting class right now. Like
Mhm.
I'm super curious to see what happens there. They're a little bit behind NIL wise. Like that's the biggest kicker. Like you're not like it's hard in Florida to be like Texas or Texas A&M and all those Notre Dame schools like that where you
Hell,
just have a
even
limited
Texas
amount of
Tech
money.
now, man.
Oh, and Texas
Even,
Tech, yeah, you can add that one to the list in every sport. Like we just watched Florida lose to Texas Tech in softball like 5 years ago. That one never happened because they have the highest paid softball team in the country.
mhm. Was
Like
it Texas Tech or was it Texas A&M? Because
Texas
that's
Tech.
I thought it was Texas A&M because Jason Williams, his daughter, I thought goes to
No,
Texas A&M.
no, she plays Texas Tech.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, correct me now because earlier I said Texas A&M. I thought it was Texas A&M, but yeah, Texas Tech. Yeah, she freaking got plunked. We were talking about that before you came on the show.
yeah.
I was talking with JP Gates and that was crazy. Like getting plunked 5 times in 3 games.
And then she got plunked her first AB today too against Mississippi State.
Yeah, and they beat Mississippi State, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, they
So,
smoked. I think they beat them like 8-0.
yeah, they
Like
mercy ruled them.
my wife's she played softball in college at Southeastern down there in Lakeland, and then she played at Santa Fe in Gainesville too. And then she's the
Okay.
head softball coach at LECANTO. And I've gotten to coach with her the past couple of years. That's been an interesting thing for me, but heck, it's made me a better coach, so I'll take it.
Okay. But enlighten me on that.
It's just different. Like my first, we just finished our second year. Like my first year, it's just different coaching girls. Like, and especially like there are some days where I'd be at football in the mornings for workouts and then softball in the afternoons. Like you kind of got to flip that switch because they're not the same.
Mm-hmm.
And like that was my first time ever coaching a girls' sport, so it's just different. But being around my wife and stuff, it's been nice to kind of see how she, her passion for the game and her passion for the girls too.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you right now, like I got to coach boys and girls. Like we didn't have it a girls individual league for 352 Legends and for basketball, and I had like 3 girls on my team and I had boys on my team, and I'm gonna tell you right now, the girls were just awesome, coaching them. The boys, they were like, I was like, why can't you be like them? Like you see how they're coming here, the focus and want to practice the right way and all that, and then you got them goofing off and just like, sitting there like, he's touching me. It's like, dude, like pay attention. Like
They're just they're just super coachable. Like we've been lucky. Like the past 2 years, we've had two really good groups of girls. We got a lot more coming. We only lost two seniors, but both those seniors both signed. Sorry, we lost three seniors. But two of them signed to go to play college JUCO ball. So that was huge. I think it's been no, it's only been like 2 years since LeCanto's had a girl go play college ball. But that was pretty cool. And like they're just super coachable, and they're funny to be around, especially the ones that mess with me every day. And I'm kind of like their like because my wife's the head coach, I'm one assistant, and I'm kind of like their escape and get to mess with me and kind of get to be their own self around me a lot.
yeah,
So it's cool to see that.
yeah, dude. I like there's one player that was on my team. She was like so silent, man. And I was like, I'm gonna get you to talk. I said, I'm gonna get you to talk, but she ended up I would have her guard the best player on the other team. And this girl Mia, she kicked butt. Like, I mean, she was blocking some of these boys. I mean, like packing it like bop, right in the face, man. And steal the ball and everything. She was so aggressive. Man, she was just so fun to watch. I see her every now and then, and I'm like, good luck, and everything. I was like, there she is. I was like, she's gonna be playing in WNBA, I believe, one day. She's that. I feel like that she's that damn good. I think eventually she'll be that good, and I look forward to seeing that happen, because that'll be like, I remember coaching her. So you want to talk about food?
Sure. As long as it's barbecue, I'm in.
All right. Well, okay. Well, tell me what you bring in. Tell me what your main course would be at barbecue and what your sides.
It's brisket and sliced pork.
Okay.
And then not pulled pork. It's got to be sliced. And then
Why
sidewise, I just like it better. Like you can taste the meat better. Like I'm a no barbecue sauce guy. Like I don't want any barbecue sauce at all. Like if I can't eat the meat, there's no reason to be eating it by itself. There's no reason to be eating it, because I want to taste the barbecue.
You're a weirdo like my oldest stepson, huh?
I'm just different. Like it's not like I don't like barbecue sauce. Like I put barbecue sauce on other stuff, but like when it comes to barbecue, like it shouldn't have to need barbecue sauce.
He's got a weird thing where he don't like smoked meats, and he don't like barbecue. He don't like sweet meats or anything like that. I'm like, dude, what's wrong with you? Like, come on, man. Like, he don't like smoked meats. He don't like any of that. I'm like, okay, you weird.
But sidewise, it's okra, it's collards, and it's mac and cheese.
Okay. It's got to be the good mac and cheese, right?
It's got to be the good mac and cheese, 100%. And best believe if I'm eating mac and cheese, I'm judging it too.
Yeah. It's got to be. They got to have the burnt topping on it. It's you got to either have the crunchy topping, or you got to have it. Either way, it's got to be burnt a little bit, because that's when it's good. So.
But let me ask you this: with ribs, do you like dry rub or glazed ribs with like the barbecue sauce on top?
Dude, I like either one. I'm a fat guy, man.
But if you had to pick, though, I can't
you ain't
picking. You can't.
No, that's like picking. That's like picking who's my favorite kid. They're all my favorite kid.
That's funny. But y'all were talking about big leaves. Y'all were talking about big leaves, though. It's overhyped.
No, it's
I hate
not.
to say it. I'm in the minority on this. I know I'm in the minority, but it's overhyped.
You're out of your mind, dude.
Especially when it was like I don't know if it was just a bad day. Big Lee, if you listen to me, I'll come try it and I'll judge it again. I'll come on here and tell you how it was. But like, I know I'm in the minority, but like the first time I had it, it was awful.
Really
bad.
Ooh.
And then I went and tried it again.
You're not helping me get him on here.
we can debate. Like I said, we can go do a taste test, and I'll go.
You go with me. Me and JP will go up there. You can come with us. We'll take a road trip. I'm trying to get Jason Level, my one of my best friends, to come up there, but he always uses that like, hey, I have cancer. I gotta go do my chemotherapy and stuff. I can't go. I'm sorry. You know, he has that type of excuse, but you know, I mean, cancer. You know, everybody got cancer. Come on now. No, I'm joking with you, but no, but like, to me, we can go up there and we judge. I mean, to me, his pomegranate juice, he's got some kind of pomegranate juice up there, man. It's freaking delicious, and everything. But you know, he said, eat a bag of these. No. That's probably how you got that, but hey, that'll be all right. Anywho, like I said, he makes some pretty damn good barbecue up there. I do need to go try Four Smokes up there. I think it's called Four Smokes, up there in Ocala. It's at the Paddock Mall.
Oh, the new place they opened up. Yeah.
Yeah. Kendall Tucker, who is a basically he's a musician entertainer. You know, he his buddy owns that, and he says it's pretty damn good. So me, Aunt, you, JP, we all got to go up there, do a road trip, and we could do some taste testing there. But yeah, fried okra, I'm with you on that. It's got to be done right though. It can't be that mushy stuff, man.
No, it's got to have a crunch to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. It's got to have that crunch. That's the thing. Like, that's what I hate about, you know, when you get fried pickles at some of these places, they don't make them crispy enough, and then you're just eating like soggy, you know, pickles and everything like that. So, but
yes, you missed the LECANTO talk, Sean.
Yeah, you missed a little bit of it. We were talking about
a little bit.
We were talking about how you would run a flood. You flood to the right on the offense, and then wouldn't run anything on the backside of the offense. So, you know, basically, you kind of Greg Roman'd us when it came to offense. Yeah, I'm waiting for him to respond on that. No, like, are you a St. Louis rib or are you the big rib?
Baby backs.
Okay, so yeah,
baby back. I know they ain't got a lot of meat on them, but you can have a lot more than what you got.
Play action.
Oh, it was a waggle. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit different. That's a little bit different if you're rolling.
Sure, it's a waggle. If your quarterback doesn't roll out, it can't be a waggle. Oh, help me, Lord. Was it so you bring in okra, mac and cheese, what else?
And collards. It's got to have bacon in it. It's got to have either ham or bacon in the collards. One of the two.
Okay. What are some of your favorite mom and pop restaurants around here?
Okay. So you got, like, I know it's not mom and pop, but I think the best brisket that I've, like, because I go all over the place with work because I'm a salesman, so I travel a lot. But like the best brisket that I've had anywhere around here has got to be Mission. Like, I know it's not mom and pop. It's kind of mom and pop, but like it's not.
No, I like Missions. I like Missions. You know, me and JP were just talking about it before you came on. You know, I told him, I was like, man, that jalapeno cheddar sausage, man, that thing, man, that's got a good kick to it.
It's got a kick to it. And but the place in Micanopy, in that gas station, what's the name of it? Oh crap, it's gonna bother me.
I'm not sure.
It's in a gas station. It's right there off of Micanopy, off of 75. I stop there all the time, and I just call it the gas station barbecue. No, it's Pearl Country Store. is the name of
Pearl
it.
Country Store, huh?
Yeah, it's right there off of 75, right before you get to Micanopy. And oh my yep. My wife must be watching because she just texted me and said pearls, or she can hear me, one of the two. Um, but that place is really good. Their brisket's really good. It's very comparable to Mission.
Mhm.
Um, it is, Jason, it is pretty expensive. But most good barbecue that I've had is pretty expensive.
Yeah,
Pearls is pretty expensive too, especially for being in a gas station in the middle of nowhere.
yeah.
But their sides are good. Their okra's good. The only thing I don't like about it is that their ranch is one of those ranch packets. It's not like in a cut. It's
Uh,
not homemade ranch.
yeah.
So
Well,
that's the only thing I don't like about it.
you know who's got the best homemade ranch is damn Angelotti's. I was just talking
Yes.
about this earlier today. Angelotti's got the best homemade ranch. That's the only place I'll eat ranch at. I don't like ranch
Sonny's ranch is
nowhere
pretty
else.
good. Sonny's ranch is pretty good.
Eh, I don't like. I used to eat at Sonny's like a long time ago, but like I said, I try to keep it. I try to keep it where I go to certain places. Man, shut up about Ruby Tuesdays and Wingstop. Man,
Wingstop's got good ranch too. Wingstop's got
we
good ranch.
we ain't trying to listen. We ain't trying to do corporations, man. We talking about mom
But
and pop place.
Sonny's is Gainesville grown. It's basically like R.I.P. Mr. Sonny, but like now the head pitmaster for Sonny's is he used to play offensive line for Florida. He's an All American. Oh crap, Shannon Snell.
Yeah.
He's the head pitmaster for Sonny's. He's pretty much he owns his own Sonny's down there in Tampa, but like every Sonny's is different. Like just
Mhm.
because one Sonny's was good one day, it's not the Sonny's down the road is not gonna be the same, and that's what
Oh,
I
I
wish it
know.
was more of.
Oh, I know. Trust me. I used to go to the one in Spring Hill a lot, and then you go to one over there in town, and it's not the same.
The one in Zephyr Hills is by far the best in the state.
Yeah.
That one's
Hmm.
really good. That's my favorite one.
Um. What other places you like around here?
So we go to like it's kind of hard now. I got 3 kids and they're all under
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
So we don't really get to eat out and go places a lot. But it's either I'm at football or we're at Disney or we're home. So it's kind of hard, but like Angelotti's is good. Um Seafood Cellar. My goodness.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, I could eat Seafood Cellar every night if my bank account could handle it and my wife would let me. But that place is Mr. Jimmy. He's an awesome guy too. I love Mr.
Mhm.
Jimmy. He's always been there when any of us have ever called him and asked him for help or anything else.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much about it. Like trying to think. Now with wings, like boneless or drums. Or
It's
sorry, or bone in.
it's got to be bone. It's got to be bone in. Uh, like at Angelotti's, I get my go to now is because a coworker of mine, he told me about you get the blackened wings at Angelotti's, you get the house sauce on the
Mm-hmm.
side with the ranch, and you just go to town, man. And I'm gonna tell you right now, those are my favorite. Those are my favorite wings there. I used to just get the house sauce with the ranch, and they give me the big old bottle of ranch, because they know I'm coming. And I like that. I like that place a lot. Being there forever and going there like every Wednesday, and we would go there for meetings and stuff like that, and for Storm and just in general, it's just a good place to take the kids so they can play air hockey and pool and all that other stuff. And then there's a place down the road off of Pleasant Grove. It's called Neighborhood Pizza, and they got pretty good pizza. And their wings are huge. Their wings are like freaking just like I mean they're big, and they fry them good and everything. So those are between those two places, and then Lollygagger's Garbage Wings. Well, we lost them. We lost Ryan. We lost Coach Grow. There we go. Here we go. He's
All right,
back.
there we go. There we
All
go.
right.
I don't know what the heck just
All right.
happened.
I don't know either. Was it like I said, neighborhood pizza right off of Pleasant Grove? They're very good. They got big wings. They make their blue cheese in the house. Their blue cheese is pretty damn good.
Blue cheese guy.
Yeah,
We just
yeah,
talked about
man.
ranch.
Listen, man. I know. I told you, I'm only ranch at Angelati's.
Ranch is
That's
for
it.
communists, though.
Dude, I'm trying to tell you right now, like blue cheese, you gotta have a good blue. If you want a good blue cheese, you go to neighborhood pizza. You go to
Let me call
neighborhood
Wes.
pizza.
Let me call Wes and tell him that you're no longer on the staff.
Dude, you gotta have blue cheese, man. You can't be that sissy that eats freaking damn ranch with everything.
I'll eat ranch with. I eat ranch with everything.
Dude, don't be like that.
Everything.
You remind me of my damn youngest, where he eats freaking
Ranch with
he eats damn
pizza.
ketchup with everything. He
Oh no,
puts
no
ketchup
ranch.
on
No,
pizza
no,
and all that crap.
no. Chris Wally, when he was at Citrus, and him and he used to come over to my house all the time, and he was dating my sister-in-law at the time. But like, he used to eat ketchup on everything. I never kept ketchup in my house until he started coming around, and then I ended up getting ketchup, and it was like his bottle, and I think it's probably still sitting in my fridge because nobody uses it. Like, but
That's freaking
ketchup's
hilarious.
ketchup's even worse than blue cheese.
Dude, no, ketchup is worse than blue cheese because I'm gonna tell you
Yes.
right now, like my youngest, he will put ketchup on his pizza. He'll put ketchup on his eggs. He put ketchup on his he'll take the ramen noodles, put egg in it, and then put ketchup in it. I'm like, you're disgusting.
Ooh.
You are so disgusting. Like he eats ketchup on everything, dude. And I'm telling you right now, like it is nasty. Like I don't understand why he puts ketchup on everything. Like everything has to be covered with ketchup. And I'm like, why are you eating pizza with ketchup? You do realize like that's the wrong sauce, right?
Use ranch.
Dude.
Use ranch. Your
Look,
life will change.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, like Angelati's ranch is the only ranch I'll have. Like that's the only ranch. Now, when it comes to blue cheese, you got to make it right. So it's either got to be like the only Hooters that makes blue cheese right is the one in Spring Hill. They because they make it chunky. Okay, there's like I said, neighborhood pizza. They make it. Dude, they spend a lot of money making blue cheese. In house, like they make it from scratch, and it's so damn good. They use the freaking expensive cheese and everything to make the blue cheese. Then you got a place called Pizza Joe's down in Palm Harbor, who I think personally has got the best wings out of anybody, just because their sauces are so good, and they deep fry everything, and then they put it on the pit for like to get grilled for a little bit, and it's so damn good.
See, I like smoked wings. Like
Yeah.
I'll eat smoked wings over fried wings any day of the week. And I'm a drums only guy. I don't like flats.
Drums only.
Drums
Really?
only. Yep.
See,
I'm
not
weird.
that picky.
I'm weird. I run the air raid too. I know I'm weird, but
that's why you're so damn skinny, man.
well, that's a whole nother story. We'll go there a different day. But
he's so damn skinny because of that.
Man, but no, I'm weird when it comes to food. I know what I like, and I'll eat what I like, and that's why I like the whole barbecue stuff. Like barbecue sauces is absolute no go. I'll put ranch on it. I'll put ranch on it if it's bad barbecue. Like if you see me putting ranch on barbecues, because you know it's bad.
Really?
Or like it's not great. Yeah. Like
yeah,
have
but
you
you
been
don't
Memphis
like
before?
No.
So there's a barbecue place in Memphis. It's called Rendezvous. It's been there for like 250 years, something like that.
Yeah.
And they got baby back ribs, and they put it's on a charcoal grill, and they sit on that charcoal grill for like 22 hours or something. but they're throwing I forget how many ribs the slabs the guy told us that they threw out, but those ribs are by far the best I've ever had.
Really?
By far. And I'm not of course, because I don't like barbecue sauce. Like I'm a dry rub guy 100% of the time. So
See, I can do both, you know. I can do dry rub. I can do sauce. It all depends, you know. You got to have a good sauce though. That's the thing. Like that's the thing with barbecue is like I'm very picky when it comes to sauces. Like I like a Carolina sauce, like a good Carolina sauce, but it's got to be good. Like they're off of 41 going towards Florida City, Family Pit barbecue. They have a pretty good Carolina sauce. It's a little vinegary, but it's good. Their brisket's good. Not really big on pork anymore, so kind of don't really eat a lot of pork. But you know, like I like pulled pork, so we're a little bit different when it comes to you liking slices and everything like that. So sliced pork. My best friend loved sliced pork when we would go to Sonny's all the time. Man,
that's all I ever get.
My buddy Brian Oakes, he get nothing but damn sliced pork, and I was just like, dude, you're disgusting.
It's the same thing. It's just a different form of it.
It just looks weird, man. It's like, dude, if you wanted turkey, just get the damn turkey. You know, get the sliced turkey.
But Smoking Pig in Valdosta, have you ever been there?
No.
That's right off 75 too. But they when their sliced pork comes out, it looks like turkey. And the first time I ever went there, I'm like, man, this is turkey. And she goes, no, I promise you it's pork. And sure enough, it was pork. It would just look exactly like turkey. They're pretty good. They're pretty good there too. That's a mom and pop joint there in Valdosta.
You know who's got damn good barbecue sandwich too? And people are gonna freaking go like, what? Dude, Buc-ee's, man. Buc-ee's got a damn good pork.
Everything you just said about food has just gone out the window.
No, man. They got a damn good barbecue sandwich, man.
Now, do you like their brisket?
Huh?
Now, do you like their brisket?
I haven't tried their brisket. I tried their barbecue sandwich though. I got 2 of them. I don't know if it was because I was just straight hungry as hell, and it was like, all right, let me try this. You know what I mean? Man, Buc-ee's.
I like Buc-ee's. I like it, but like I ain't getting barbecue there. Like I'll get the kolaches and everything else, but when it comes to barbecue, nope.
You didn't try it?
Oh, I've tried it.
Oh,
I just didn't like it. I would like. I don't know. I might just be a little snob when it comes to
that's why your ass is skinny, bro.
Barbecue. No, I'm skinny. And when I graduated college, I was 265. I was 265 when I graduated college.
I don't believe it.
And then I promise you, go look up my name. Like all the kids at the school do it all the time. They mess with me about it because how fat I was. But like I used to be 265. But I lost 100. I lost 100 pounds in a year because I got a thing called Barrett's esophagus. So we're like like the little flap that opens and closes.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't open. It just stayed closed. So I really couldn't eat. Like, and that was when I was coaching at Nature Coast. Like, it's part of the reason why I left. Like, it was just hard for me to. It was just a lot when I left Nature. When I was at Nature Coast, everything I had going on. So like, I lived off of chips from Huey Magoo's for pretty much 6 months. So it was crazy, and I lost over 100 pounds in a year. I'm finally starting to gain weight again, but like everything, I got it all figured out now. But like it's crazy what dipping will do to you. I'll tell you that much. Yeah,
that's why you don't dip, man.
That's why I quit. That day I quit.
Good. My other best friend Jordan, he quit dipping a long time ago, and in fact he's 4 years sober too. So
did he quit nicotine too, or just quit dipping?
He quit dipping. He quit dipping.
Okay.
He quit doing. He used to, dude, man. He used to get the Levi Garrett freaking damn chewing tobacco and
I was a red man. I was a red man guy, hunted through and through.
yep, he'd do that too. He do all sorts of that crap, and I'm like, bro, it's not worth it. And then he had like gut issues and all that stuff. So it's one of those things where it's like, man, you don't want that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but man, that sucks.
Yeah, it was hard, and I just had my first kid too, and like it was hard. That whole year kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Besides
Yeah.
having my kid, my oldest.
Jason Level said, Coach Ryan, I'm going through esophagus cancer, so I know what you're saying.
Yep.
Jason, he ain't trying to milk it like you, though, man. Come on now. he ain't like, oh, feel bad for me. Give me tickets to, he act like you damn Make-A-Wish kid, Hey, Coach, this guy is the same guy that would go. He went up to Simeon Rice, and he acted like he was a handicapped person, and said, "Simeon, will you sign my ball?" And Simeon signed his ball, and then he said, "Thank you," in a regular voice.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm just saying, dude. This is the same guy. He has surprised me though. He has found Jesus, and he's a man of God now. So he don't want to talk about those days back in the day where he'd be rowdy and getting all crazy and everything. I remember when the Bears were going to go play in the Super Bowl against the Colts. And this man's he's so drunk, he's talking to his damn license plate. His license plate was the Bear logo. He's like, we're going to win tomorrow. We're going to win tomorrow. And I'm like, oh my God, Jay, like, get up off the ground, man. Like, he was on the ground, like, we're going to win. We're going to win. And I'm just like, dude, you got to quit, man. You just got to quit. We had some great times though. So he definitely did a lot of stupid stuff though. So, but he's done a lot of good lately. So he says that's the old me. Yeah, we know that was the fun you. Now he's all like, hey, how's it going? Hey, Jesus loves you. Not like, hey, go blank yourself and your team. This is the same guy that he got a Brett Favre sucks tattooed on him.
Oh man.
He's a big Bears fan, Coach.
Yeah.
He's got on his forearm, he's got the jersey, the Green Bay Packer jersey that says Favre, the number 4, and then sucks written right across it, tattooed on him.
I hope he got that when he had been drinking. I hope he wasn't sober when he got that.
Oh, he was drunk when he told me he was going to do it, and I didn't think he was going to do it, and then he ended up doing it. So, I mean, oh, here we go. The 47 treatments through chemo and radiation, and I give it all to my glory of God. This is why I can't take this man serious at times. I love him to death, though. He's my older big brother that can't grow a beard. Anywho, let me. What else are you into?
So I'm like, pretty much it's crazy because my life revolves around like football, and then it comes to my kids and fishing and hunting. That's about it.
Okay.
Like, we got Disney passes, and I will like. I used to like Disney. Now I've kind of turned into a Disney dad, like without a choice a little bit. But we're always there too. See you, Coach Nick.
Listen.
Oh man. But besides that, it's pretty much just like, especially with having 3 younger kids at home, like it's kind of hard to do a lot more, and like I enjoy spending time with them and my wife. So
yeah. Enjoy it while it's young, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Enjoy them while they're young. Enjoy them while they don't know the whole outside world, because I'm gonna tell you right now, man, it gets crazy and it goes by fast. It goes real fast, man. So enjoy it.
Trust me, you'll see him a lot during the season because my oldest is always up there, and then
Yeah,
my daughter, and then like I have a 1 month old too. So
yeah.
like my son will always be with us a lot at practice and stuff, especially
Okay.
this year now.
Yeah. Like I said, enjoy it, man, because it's a fun time at that age, you know. When they get old enough where they can start wiping their own ass and everything, that's when it starts getting, and they start talking back, and that's when it gets bad.
My 3-year-old's already talking back. He thinks he runs this house.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, it's cool though, like especially when he's at practice with us and stuff and he's just around the team, like how the kids take to him, like, and
Mhm.
how happy he is. Like he could barely say a word and he could say 3 or 4 of our kids names,
Yeah.
like and like him and JT, like every time JT saw him or he saw JT, it was they're going right to each other all the time, so that was pretty cool to watch.
Mhm.
um and like that part of it, like being a dad, like I didn't know if I was ready to be a dad. I don't think anybody ever knows they're ready to be a dad, but like especially seeing him grow up the past 3 years has been really cool to watch and kind of see how he acts and that sort of stuff, especially
Yeah.
without the outside world influence yet.
It, like I said, it, you know, man, it's fun when they're young and everything like that, and um try not to let them have addictions to crappy TV shows.
My wife, we call my wife all the time the TV Nazi. Like she only lets them, like, because she's a stay-at-home mom, so she only lets them watch TV this amount of time, and only when my son's taking, when my daughter's taking a nap, and my son's trying to calm down for the afternoon, or right before bed, and then they go to bed.
Yeah.
So that's bad. That's the only time they ever watch
Well,
TV.
that's good. That's good. But as long as they're not like addicted to Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and all that other
No,
stuff, man.
no, it's he used to be addicted to there's like he was in the monster trucks really big. And
Yeah.
it was this guy on YouTube called his that's like Caleb was the little kid's name, and they just reviewed monster trucks and stuff.
Hmm.
And my wife and I got absolutely sick and tired of it.
Yeah.
So we told him YouTube was banned, that they like the government banned YouTube. So there's no YouTube anymore. And like the first like week it was miserable because he just cried and cried and cried about it, but like
Yeah.
now he doesn't even talk about it. It was bad. Like I won't say what she actually said, but like the government banned YouTube.
The government banned YouTube. The government bought YouTube like they bought TikTok?
No, it was no, wasn't like that. I'll tell you one day.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, the government bought TikTok. This kid is gonna grow up. Your son's gonna grow up thinking that, damn that government, damn them. They took away my damn monster truck reviews.
We just got
hilarious.
we couldn't take it anymore.
Oh my god. Well, that's how it was. My kids, they would watch Caillou. They would watch they watched Paw Patrol, I think it was.
Oh,
Or
that,
Mickey Mouse.
we had Paw
No,
Patrol for a while.
No,
So
PJ
that's gone.
Masks. PJ Masks. They would watch Jack and the Neverland Pirates. They watched all that stuff, man, and it drove me nuts. I was like, it's the same thing over and over again. What's the not Magic School Bus, but there was another, the rocket ship one, Little Einstein.
Little Einsteins.
Yeah, they watched that too, and I'm just like, oh my god. It was like, yeah. I was like, I guess I know what my parents went through when I used to watch He-Man and Thundercats and stuff, but I was like, at least stuff was cool.
It's funny because like he sees SpongeBob all the time. Like he's never watched SpongeBob, but like one day he asked me what it was, and I said, "Oh, that's SpongeBob." And still to this day, my wife hasn't let him watch SpongeBob. But like he talks about it all the time. And I'm like, bro, you don't even know what SpongeBob is. Like, what do you like? You just see him on TV, and that's all it is. And he'll sing the song because I turned the song in the truck on one day and started jamming out to it.
Yeah,
and he was laughing his butt off. So now he'll sing the song.
Mm-hmm.
But like he'll watch Lion Guard and bunch, and like he's big into, he loves sharks. So like we'll
Yeah.
just turn on like shark shows, and those are actually shows I'll watch with them too. So I mean, it's not that
Mhm.
bad.
Yeah. Was it my dad at 66 years old, he's probably crying right now on the inside because of that, because he actually dressed up, in his SpongeBob PJs and SpongeBob, I think he had like SpongeBob slippers or something like that, and him and I think my sister and stuff, they went to go see SpongeBob the movie.
See,
And
I
when
like
first
SpongeBob.
one.
Like it was either me, like when I was a kid, it was either me watching SpongeBob or Rocket Lee or Rocket Power, whatever it used
Yeah,
to be with the
Rocket
little
Power. Yeah.
guy with the red hair on the skateboard.
Yep.
And then like I remember sitting at my grandparents' house all the time just watching random baseball games at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon during the summer. I had nothing else to do. That was like the only thing on TV back then.
Yeah.
So I just sit there and watch baseball games, and that was about
Yeah.
it.
I feel like we're going in that rabbit hole that me and Coach Ross went into a couple of weeks ago. We were talking about like the Jets and the Dolphins playing on primetime. What would we rather be doing? And we were talking about Nickelodeon shows, top
Yeah.
5 Nickelodeon shows because we're of all time. Because we were like, we rather talk about that than talk about the damn Jets and the Dolphins playing primetime.
Oh man.
Because we were talking about Hey Arnold, we were like, yeah, I'm a Hey Arnold guy,
yeah.
Doug, we were talking about all those, and he's a little bit younger than me. So are you? You're way younger than me, and I'm like, damn, I was like, I don't remember some of these damn shows. They make movies out of the shows I used to watch. They don't make movies. They try to recreate what you guys used to watch, and they make it even more dumb.
Oh yeah, it is. A lot of the stuff that these kids watch now is bad. It is like stupid, like just brain rot.
Oh, dude, like the youngest, he watches Ninjago. It's in Ninjago, and everything. The other kids, they've gotten in the anime stuff, and I refuse to even try to get into that.
Nope.
So
I can't do it.
Is there any TV shows that you get into?
So I'm a big like binge watcher because I stay up pretty late pretty much every night. So like I'll
Mhm.
get on a TV show and it's over with. Like I'm just watching that. Like for some reason my wife and I fell down the Survivor trap right now.
Oh,
Like I haven't watched Survivor since I was probably like 10 years old with seeing it with my parents on TV or something. And like we fell down that trap. So now we're like going backwards. So we watched like season 50 and now we're on 48 and we just started it last week.
oh,
So
you poor guy.
yeah, it's not bad. Like it's okay.
I
Like
remember
50,
the first one. The first
50
one
was
ever.
pretty
The
cool.
first
Yeah.
season. First season ever. Richard was the guy. He won, and which it kind of shocked me at the time and everything. I didn't think he was going to win, and
Yeah.
he ended up winning because he played the game the right way, man. And that was when nothing, like they didn't have anything like Survivor on. Now you got Naked and Afraid, you got Lone Survivor, you got all those shows that kind of like a spinoff of what Survivor started.
Mhm.
I was more of a real world road rules type guy
Yeah.
back in the day for MTV.
But like all the
Uh,
Taylor Sheridan stuff now, like all the like the Yellowstone spinoffs, they're
yeah,
all really good.
yeah,
Like the first like 1823, whatever the first one was, it was okay, and then now they've just gotten slowly better and better.
dude,
And then
1923 was great.
1920, that was the second one, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the second one. That one was really good.
that one was great. 1923 was great. The obviously Yellowstone was great. Landman's great.
Wait, I love
Um,
Landman. That one's really
I'm
good.
a little mad about Mobland because I heard that Tom Hardy got fired. So I was like,
Yep.
how do you fire the guy that makes the damn show? Like he does. He makes the damn show. Like he makes that show.
Mhm.
And he's so damn good on that show. I don't know. I don't understand that part. And then Marshall's is okay, but I feel like it's missing something in that show.
The last 3 episodes have been really good.
Yes, but I feel like it's
it
missing
started off
something.
slow.
Yeah, but I feel like it's missing something because it's on CBS. That's the reason why. I feel like it's not as risque, or it's not as good as the other shows that he has, because it's on actual network TV. It's not actually on, like on Paramount and stuff. And then, obviously the new Dutton show. Have you caught up on that?
I watched the first, I think there's 2 episodes right now.
Yeah.
Like I watched those first 2, and like it's like I didn't understand the beginning
3
part
now.
at all. Oh, there's 3. No, I've watched I've watched 3 of them.
Yeah.
The first episode of the beginning part I didn't understand at all. Like where the house burnt down and they had to move and everything. Like I don't understand why they started it like that. I'm sure there'll be a reason why eventually.
Oh yeah, probably.
But like everything else has been really good. Like Tulsa King, that's by far my favorite one so far, though. Like I know it's not a spinoff Yellowstone, but like his shows, they were showing shows with Sylvester Stallone.
Mm-hmm.
That's by far my
Tulsa
favorite.
King. Yeah,
yes.
Tulsa King. That and I think they're gonna do a spinoff with Samuel L. Jackson.
Yep.
I feel like that's what's coming. Hey, Sean Portwood, no, we did not like Teen Mom just because you were on that damn show. Little known fact, he was on that show.
He was on that show?
Yeah.
No way.
Yes.
I gotta find that now.
Yes, we could use that as blackmail.
Yep. I'll mess with Eli about it.
I don't think Eli even knows about it.
Eli doesn't know? Oh, that's even better.
Well, he probably doesn't. I don't know.
He probably does, yeah. That's even better though.
That's Sean's 15 seconds of fame right there. Oh, it was so funny too when some parents found out. They're like, "No way, that's him." Yeah, that's the brother.
Wait, Eli was it was somebody's. It wasn't him having a kid. It was somebody's brother.
Yeah,
it was his brother.
It was Sean's sister was on it, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, but
RJ, they killed off Kyle Chandler in the first like 45 minutes. I'm good.
RJ, mayor of Kingstown. I've tried to get into that show, but you can't watch that when there's kids trying to come in and out of the living room. So that's a good show to watch.
They killed off Kyle Chandler, who's by far my favorite actor pretty much of all time, just because of the Friday Night Lights TV shows. And they killed him off in the 45 minutes. And as soon as that happened, I turned it off. I didn't give it another second chance. It happens pretty quick.
And spoiler alert. Tulsa Kings though is by far my favorite. Like you said, I do love that show. Sylvester Stallone just kicks ass as an old guy, So there's a show that you need to get into. It's called From. I don't know if you like mystery and horror, but I'm gonna tell you right now, you will be like, damn, this show's good. So you like the binge, go binge freaking From. It's on MGM Plus. It is freaking just, I mean, you're stuck in a town and you can't get out. You try to get out and you end up driving away and you think you're leaving, and then you just come back around to the same spot that you left. How crazy is that?
That is weird. Yeah, that's crazy.
And then the people that come out at night are wanting to kill you. Like they're like vampire blood-sucking zombies. So
that's wild.
But they look like the old milkman and like the old nurse, and like they're dressed up like that, and they're kind of like black and white, and it's so weird looking. It's wild. So you gotta go watch that. What's that say? I felt the same way until I was forced to watch it. RJ said he was forced to watch that show.
It's pretty much I pretty much rewatch Friday Night Lights once a year, and it's almost that time, that lull in between spring ball and when fall starts, and before we go to camp, I'll watch the whole thing over again.
Yeah. is that was it? If you had to pick, if you were on an island, what show would you watch for you?
That one.
That would be your show.
Friday Night
Huh?
Lights. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. The TV show though, not the movie. Of course, obviously the TV show.
I love the movie.
The movie was good, but the TV show is really good.
Yeah,
Like it's
never got into it.
you haven't watched it. It's on Paramount Plus now, and they used to be on Netflix.
Never got into it. I got into what's the one that was on CW? You know what I'm talking about? The football show
the football one that was on CW.
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about like the recent one?
Yeah.
Oh, the one that was. Oh, what the heck was
Now it's gonna drive me nuts. Now I got
All American. All American.
Yep.
Yeah.
That I got into that. So even got into the spinoff show on that too for a little bit. But yeah, I got into that show. Let's see what else. Yeah.
Let me ask you this: who's your GOAT NFL quarterback wise?
Ooh, like my personal goats. Like
who do you think is the GOAT?
Well, I mean, you gotta go Brady because he's got the most rings, and he did it for so long. So like my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. Let's do
so
that.
My personal Mount Rushmore is Elway's on there. Brady's on there. It's just my personal Mount Rushmore. I think Aikman's on there just because I was a big Aikman fan growing up. I was a Cowboys fan growing up until they did Jimmy Johnson wrong. So
yeah,
that's what me and you have in common on that. Like it's a little vice versa though. Aikman, and then I mean it's either between Marino or Warren Moon. Just as pure passers, like because those two are two guys that just, I mean, they didn't care. They would sling it, man. So
yep. Oh, I thought it
RJ said Brady, Montana, Elway. I'm talking about my personal opinion, my personal list. I'm not talking about everybody else's list.
There's not going to be.
I would take Montana over Brady, though, in a way.
There's not going to be Manning on mine either, Sean. So it's Brady, Marino. Like I know I'm gonna get a lot of heat for this one, but Vic, like just the way he changed the position. Like, you know, I know the whole everything that happened afterwards, but Vic was an absolute, especially like I'm gonna add pretty much his whole career, like at Virginia Tech too. And then who am I going 3? I guess I'll go Elway 4.
Elway was that guy that I felt like had the best combination of he can run it. He didn't have big name receivers or anything, and he just, I mean, dude, he would take teams down to the freaking goal line and score in the last minute of the drive to win the game. You know, that was the guy that you wanted, but he never really had great support. I mean, he had a good defense every now and then, but the weapons, he had barely any good weapons until he got older. And, you know, you had McCaffrey and Rod Smith and stuff, but and Shannon Sharp, but that was really it. You know, he didn't have a good running game. It was just him. He was kind of like Marino, you know, but Marino actually had big names for wide receivers that here and there, you know. And Elway could just roll to the right and just sling it all the way downfield towards the left.
Yeah,
and
he had an absolute cannon.
Dude, he did. He was amazing. So no one wants Eli. No one wants Peyton. Get over it, Portwood. you big Tennessee loving. He said, "Hey, Eli was the name only because I couldn't name him Peyton. You should have named Sunshine."
I'm not Peyton. Peyton might be like he's definitely top 10. He might be like top 7, but like I don't think he's any higher than 6 or 7.
See,
me.
people give me crap about Aikman, but the thing about what I loved about Aikman was he led a dysfunctional team that that had a lot of talent, but he had to lead them and make sure that they actually showed up the next day.
Yeah.
And weren't they were hungover, but he had to get them to perform, you know.
Yep.
to me that takes a lot, you know. Aikman, everybody's like pointing out that he doesn't have the stats and all that stuff. That's because he didn't need to pass the ball all the time because they actually had a running game.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the difference. They were balanced. You know.
Yep.
That's crazy to me. What else? Who were your 4?
Brady, Marino. Did I say Favre? If I didn't say Favre, I screwed up. Yeah. I said Favre and then Vic.
Okay. All right. Vic, see, Vic did change it, but I felt like Randall Cunningham changed it, started changing it, you know.
But like Vic was more like my era, like a little bit more. I was a little bit older, so like I kind of understood it more then. So like to me, it's Vic.
Yeah, you didn't get to see Randall. You probably got to see the tail end of Randall. That was another guy, man. If he had a hell of a defense. Him and Buddy Ryan was his coach and for the Eagles, and he had a hell of a defense. He had, you know, Jerome Brown and Reggie White and all these other guys, man, that were just freaking, just alpha males, dude, like just dogs. Yeah. And he just never really had an offense. And then he played for Minnesota the one year where he would just chuck it up Randy Moss. He'd try to outthrow him all the time. And Randy would just run under that ball. And dude, Randall was fun to watch, but he didn't have the legs like he used to.
I just wish everything that happened with Vic at the end wouldn't have overshadowed how good he actually was.
Yeah,
he'll never get voted in the Hall of Fame because of it.
Yeah, especially a left-handed quarterback too.
Yeah,
you know, he that's the thing about Young too. Like a lot of people, they about Steve Young. Steve Young, he he doesn't get enough credit for being a left-handed quarterback that was mobile and also was pretty damn good at, passing the football and being accurate.
I like coaching lefties because like I got like the spring I had at Nature Coast, like I only had him probably for like 12 or 11 practices, but like Jackson Hoyt was our quarterback when I was there. And like coaching a lefty, it's like when they're looking at you, you're looking at the same thing they're looking at. Like when you're coaching a righty, they're looking at pretty much the opposite that they're looking at when you sit in there and try to show them something.
Yeah.
And that was like at first it was kind of weird, and then I kind of realized, look, they're looking at the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that coaching the lefties are fun.
Yeah.
Wish we had more of them.
Well, good luck on that one, Coach.
I tried to make my son a lefty, but it didn't work.
No?
Nope, didn't work.
Yeah.
I still got one more. I got a chance with one more that I can make the lefty. My luck, my girl's going to be the lefty.
Boy. Well, that's good for softball.
Yeah, it's not as beneficial as it is baseball wise than it is softball wise. Because they're coming like it's completely like I obviously knew it my whole life, but like how many pitches that softball players can throw and it not really hurt. Like some girls it hurts and some girls it doesn't. Like we'll have a girl throw 115 pitches one night and then because I'm the pitching coach and like the next day I'm like, oh, how'd your arm feel? She goes, it's good. I could throw another 120. It took me a little bit to kind of like that click in my brain that it's different throwing motions and everything else.
It's probably actually better for your elbow too.
Oh, 100%
You know?
better. 100% better.
Yeah. I imagine if it, well, I remember the one pitcher from the Dodgers that got banned and all that and for something that he got accused of, and then
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what I'm talking about. He would do all these weird windups and everything, and he would do all these weird motions and stuff, trying to figure out what would be actually a good arm movement to try to throw the ball faster and all that, and not put so much strain on your elbow. So that's probably the reason why he's lasted so long right now. I think he was pitching in like the Mexican League, and
He's back in the United States.
yeah.
I think I saw like a month or two ago that he was back in the United States and he was trying to get somebody to pick him up, but like supposedly his off the field antics and just the way he acts, he'll never end up back in the MLB.
Yeah,
no matter
it's
what.
it's sad too because he's got a hell of an arm.
Oh yeah, he's really good.
And he also had this thing where he would hold the ball a certain way, and on the ball he would go ahead and like he would always like have like all these cameras and everything.
Trevor
and
Bauer.
So
That's his name, Trevor Bauer.
Yep.
Yep.
And he would go ahead and he would throw that ball in a certain way, and he would try to find out how much spin rate it had and everything because he wanted to perfect it. He's such a wizard when it came to like trying to figure out that stuff. And man, he so damn smart. I hope he becomes a coach one day because he needs to give back to the game of baseball if he can't ever make it to the major leagues.
He needs to go on the Johnny Manziel recovery program.
Well, the problem
just off the I'm not talking the drug stuff. I'm talking the off the field antics stuff.
Well, the supposedly the thing that he got in trouble for, it wasn't even what he did. Like
no, it got dropped. I'm talking about like now, like kind of just the way he acts on the field now, and like the stuff he does off the field now is kind of what the MLB won't mess with.
Well, I think the MLB kind of needs somebody like him. Kind of needs
100%.
That way people actually tune in and want to hate him or want to love him.
Yep.
So
yep.
But on our all right, we're gonna start wrapping up. So you got anything you want to plug?
Just I'm trying to watch my words. We'll say that much. I'm just excited for this year, right? Like we're not we're like people talk we're an empty cupboard, they ain't got nobody left. Like that's not the truth one bit.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm just excited for this year and excited for this summer, excited for bus tour this next week.
Yeah.
Get our boys on the road. Got some big news coming soon.
Okay.
We found out today, but we got some big news coming soon, and we'll excited for 7-on-7s for sure. Like it's probably my favorite time of the year, right? Like we get to get all these kids at all these colleges and get in front of these college coaches, and go out and compete and play 7-on-7. Get to sling the ball around a lot, and then we go to team camp. Well, we got down dirty first. With all of our offensive linemen and defensive linemen, linebackers and stuff, we'll go trying to get a couple receivers to go to that. Coach West is always trying to get, especially K3. We're trying to get him to go to down and dirty just so he can kind of understand it and it'll help him defensively for sure.
Yeah.
But when it comes to team camp, it's so much fun. As a coaching staff, we bond big time. Like you'll enjoy it. Coaching staff, we bond big time, and then the kids bond a lot too. Being in a dorm, and I get to go back down to Lake Wells for a couple days. And unfortunately, Fat Boys is closed down there. It was the last Fat Boys. And there's still one more Fat Boys left, but Fat Boys closed down there. I lived off Fat Boys in college. No, they had one in Lake Wales.
Oh, okay.
Like literally like 2 miles from where my school was. So I was there pretty much 3-4 times a week. But it looked just like ours, our old one.
I was gonna say I remember the one in Christian River.
Yeah, it looks about the same.
That was hit or miss.
Yeah. But
there
no,
was
just
sometimes
excited for
hit and
that.
miss with that one.
Excited for that, and excited to get the season rolling and get off to it. We started off pretty hot. Like we got Chris River for the Classic, and then we go to Madco, Madison County, week 1. So
Yeah.
that'll be a fun experience for sure.
So so we opened up against Crystal River.
Yeah, so the kickoff classic's Chris River this year. It's a little bit different, something we've never done before. Just schedule wise, it worked better for us in Chris River to do the classic that way. And then we're still looking for a week 3 because we had to move Chris River to the classic. So we're trying to figure that one out.
Mm, mm.
But week 1's Madison County, and then Citrus, and then week 3 is open right now.
Mm.
And then we start district play.
Well, maybe my alum can come play us.
I don't think they probably wouldn't want to be honest with you.
Well,
Hernando County Schools have blackballed us and haven't wanted to play us. The only one that's played us the past couple of years is Nature Coast. And schedule wise this year, it didn't work out well. Ever since that whole Gulf Coast conference thing we Citrus County left it. They haven't wanted Hernando County Schools haven't wanted to play us. So
well, maybe they'll want change their mind. Who knows?
week 3, we got it open.
Yeah.
Any of them.
Oh, that'd be nice. I'm really looking forward to this season and everything like that. There's some kids that I coached my first year ever at Storm. They're going to be seniors. Well, one of them is going to be a senior. Mr. Caden Cole. So
that's KK. That's my boy.
Dude, I love that kid. That kid was all heart, man.
He still is. He is.
He's got a big heart. I wish he was 10 times bigger than how he plays, because I mean he plays like a freaking giant. I remember he was like one of the smallest kids on the team, and on Tiny Mite, and dude, we would shoot him through the A gap. We shoot him through the A gap, but he'd get that ball. Sometimes he would get that ball before he even gets handed off.
So when he got to LECANTO, he actually started to play quarterback.
Yeah.
And he was playing quarterback his freshman and sophomore year, his freshman going into his sophomore year. And then him and I kind of talked and was like, look, where we're at right now in the room, I think you should go play somewhere else. You better fit. We need you other places. And he kind of fought me on it a little bit. And then probably a week or so later, he's like, no, coach, I'm all in. Let's figure this out. So him being in our quarterback meetings and kind of understanding the offense more, it's made him so much better. I wish a lot of kids would try to come in and play quarterback and then kind of we'll figure it out after that, because they just understand it more when you play the position. And just the different checks I try to teach and how to read stuff and how the offense works.
Listen, I remember calling plays at Tiny Mite. They were 7, 8 years old, 6, 7, 8 years old. I remember he looked at me like a deer in headlights. I had a marker board out there because we were allowed to bring a marker board out there, and I would just draw up the play. And I would draw up the play. He'd be like, "So which one am I?" Dude, I loved coaching him. He was great. He always gave you his best shot and everything. So I'm looking forward to watching him play this year. I'm really hoping some of the other kids that I coached for a couple of years stay and don't go anywhere, and they buy into what we got going on and everything. And I really hope it happens because I really hate this transfer portal at the high school level, but it is what it is. Some people have to do what's best for them, and some people need to go do. They think the grass is greener, so let them go. No hard feelings. Well, let me ask you this. Speaking of kids that don't try to if a coach, so for instance, you say, hey, I think you would be better at this position. When it comes to that, especially now in high school level, because, I would tell kids, hey, you need to play the line first just to get your feet wet, because, back in the day, like, we had weigh-ins and stuff like that. So it
Mhm.
was easier to put you at O-line to get you some kind of game action, just so you get some game experience. So when it comes to a kid in high school level and they need to play what you think they're going to be good at, because yeah, they may want to play a certain position, but hey, you need to steer them this way. Like, how do you go by doing that now?
It's
Because
it's always it's always like a sticky subject, right? Like you all and like going back on that, like the biggest thing like you have to do with these kids, especially nowadays, is just build relationships, right? Like they
Mhm.
don't care what you know until they know you care.
Yeah.
So that's something like I've always kind of gone by, right? Like especially like we'll go back on the whole Caden Cole situation. Like him and I had a great relationship, so it was
Mhm.
super easy for me to say to him, "Hey, I think you help us better if you go play receiver and DB." Like
Yeah.
and if, like I said, he struggled with it at first, but he'll tell you today it was probably the greatest thing that ever happened to him was having that conversation. But it's just a sticky situation because you got people all over the place talking to kids, no matter what school they're at. And you got people who's in their ear that don't even coach other schools telling them where to go. And just the whole politics and drama and everything else with it. I just wish football never got that way. And like it's kind of taken after the college ranks and how they do it there and how there's portal tampering and everything else. Like there's still 14, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids.
Yeah.
And like we're talking to eighth graders the other day, and like they're 14-year-old kids coming to the locker room with 18-year-old kids. Like when we went when everybody goes to college, your 18-year-old kids walk in the locker room with 22-year-old. Sometimes even like 3, 4 years ago with COVID stuff, there are 28-year-olds in there. There's kids
Mhm.
my age and they're still playing football.
Yep.
Like you gotta. I just wish it went back to what it used to. And back then there was a little bit of tampering too, but they were a lot stricter because you couldn't really transfer. Like my family had to move in order for me to go to a different school.
Yeah.
So like it's just never gonna the can of worms is open and it's never gonna close.
Yeah. Pandora's box is open, and you
Yep.
can't get that genie back in the bottle. So,
Yep.
my like for instance, like I got so like I know certain kids, hey, they're used to they're thinking they're a linebacker, they're thinking they're like I heard a story about one of the kids I used to coach, and I already knew he was going to be a little bit of an issue, not saying anything bad, but just saying like realistic wise, they don't realize, hey, you're putting them in a position where they're going to thrive, not, hey, I want you to play this position because, hey, you're Denzel.
Here we go. I'm out.
Why you gotta be like that, Denzel?
Took this talk this long. Took this long for you to come. I knew you were gonna show up eventually, buddy.
He said, I'm on your ass. Anyways, when it comes to a kid like that, like they think that you're punishing them, and it's like, to me, you're not trying to punish them, you're trying to put them where what's best for the team. He says he loves you. It's all love, right? Right, Denzel? I was wondering when he was going to chime
I
in.
know. I was just waiting for it.
It took him 3 hours. It took him over 3 hours to do this. The V. I'm surprised he hasn't said the V.
It's coming.
Damn, I don't get no love
Damn.
back. I love you,
Yeah,
Denzel.
yeah.
I don't know how
I
Ryan
love you too, Denzel. When you're quiet and you're sleeping.
Damn. All right.
So, I mean, I'm just messing with him.
I know. Let's not get brutal here.
We're not.
Hey, I'm not gonna say anything about the V. He just said something. But you get what I'm saying, though. Like, I mean, how do we like handle that now? Because, like, to me, like, you got kids what they'll just automatically quit, and to me, like, that's not right. Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna quit now, you're you're gonna quit in life down the road when you become an adult. You know.
A lot of time it's just those, it's like just having those heart to heart conversations. Like, and the thing is like Wes is really good at those.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'm struggle because I struggle on it because I'm a little cut and dry sometimes.
Mhm.
But Wes is really good at those, and like we'll get like he he says this all the time, and you'll hear him say it a million times. I'm surprised he didn't say it in your interview, but like no matter what, if we get on a kid during practice and we lose our absolute minds on them before they leave that day, we're telling them how much they love them and just having it like telling them we're hard on them because we care. Like we're
Yeah.
gonna be hard on every kid we got. And I
Mhm.
think that kind of starts to build that like they don't care what you know until they care that know that you care,
Mhm.
right? And I think that's a big part of our program, and pretty much everyone on our staff's the exact same way. Like, and our kids know that we're there all there for the right reasons.
And I feel like that's lost now, especially in like the lower youth levels.
Yeah.
I feel like especially like like I had an incident where I had a kid thinking I was being too hard and everything like that, and I called him wrong name, and it wasn't trying to make fun of him or anything, but just called him wrong name, and felt bad, and I apologized in front of the whole team, in front of my basketball team because of that. But what I feel like some parents and some kids nowadays, they just don't realize like what tough love is now.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're probably like your age group is probably the last of the kids that knew what not being soft was. And it's not about I get it, it's like it's overplayed. Oh, they're too soft, and it's like that. It's not because they're too soft, it's just they don't know what tough love is, because they probably come from a broken family, or they come from a family where they don't know how to show affection or anything like that, so they don't know what tough love is compared to anger and fake love.
Yep.
So but y'all good coaches, bring it. Stop it. You're trying to recruit us. Stop it. You come back to Citrus County. How about that? That's where you came, that's where you lived. So we can call it the L if it makes you happy. Anyways, Coach, I just feel like, to me, like that's what is missing now, is kids that ain't trying to do what's best for the team. They're not trying to do what's best for the team. They want to do what's best for themselves, which is fine in a way, but sometimes you got to give and take.
Yeah, we've had a little bit of that. Like I wouldn't say there's been a problem at LeCanto. Like a
Yeah.
lot of our kids, like especially the 10 or 11 seniors we just signed to go to college, like all 10 of them stayed. Like there's a couple that left, but they all came back.
Mm-hmm.
Because they kind of realized, like, look, grass always isn't greener. Like
No.
they wanted to be here with their boys that all stayed.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been the past 3 years I've been here, like it's been nice to see all of the how the kids have grown. Like you got with JP and JT, like two kids that went to Seven Rivers together, played together their entire careers pretty much. They were this close to going to the same college. But and then with Raheem and Sos and Butts, like those were all they were all sophomores when I came in. Yeah, they were all sophomores when I came to Ocanto. And
Mm-hmm.
like just to see them grow, and like you got Gabe Ross. He played tackle for us. He's really should be a tight end. We
Mm-hmm.
just didn't have the bodies, and like he almost quit 3 times because he was playing tackle for us. And
Yeah.
then he realized like he was that like getting so much better at playing tackle, and he thought he was going to go to college to play tight end, but he ended up going to go play tackle. Like he could have had a couple other offers. Um, at tackle. But like it's conversations like that, and like it all goes back to relationships and the stuff we build when they're freshmen and how it gets built up. Like with K3, like the kid he is absolutely changed since the first day I met him when he was a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
Him and I have definitely had our ups and downs. There's been times where we were at FSU and I almost didn't want to give him a ride home, and he didn't want to get in my car, but he did.
That's because he didn't want to be stuck on that nasty
he didn't want to be
place up there in Tallahassee.
exactly. But like now, him and I mess with each other all the time, and like he's a great to be around. Like he's changed how he plays, he's changed his body. Like the kid's gonna be like it's gonna be his coming out party this year.
Yeah.
He's gonna be really good for us. But it's just building those relationships with kids and like, well, I'm not even said TJ Hollis's name yet. My
Yeah.
goodness, like what he's done in the past probably 12 past year and a couple months, like kid's gonna be an absolute animal this year for us. Like he showed off in the spring game, all everything that he put in. Like I say it all the time, he was our third string running back last year when we started the year. He
Mhm.
finished the team with most rushing yards and most carries. Like the kid's an absolute workhorse, and once he understood what he was doing, like especially when you have the bloodline of his dad, like it finally clicked for him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. That was a good ball player too.
having his dad on staff and having him on the offense side of the ball now is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
That guy watches more film than anybody I know.
I love Coach Hollis.
Yeah.
He's former Storm too.
Yep.
So
You
know,
he's awesome to be around.
yeah.
The banter between me and him and how much him and I mess with each other. It might scare a little, but scare some people off at first, but it's all love
Yeah.
for sure.
It's that's good. That's good, man.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. Like that's what that right there helps maintain a team
Yeah.
and everything. So having good teammates, having good coaches, and having good relationships and communication lines. So to me, I'm looking forward to a lot of things this year, and like I said, sitting under a learning tree of y'all, because y'all have done it a lot longer than I have at the higher level, and like I said, I try to dabble in everything. I try to adapt, and I tried to not overthink things when it comes to, like I said, trying to be the smartest man in the room. You don't need to be the smartest man in the room. You surround yourself with the smarter people than you. That's how it was my last year at Storm. I had some really damn good assistant coaches, and one of them is coaching at Dunellen and everything, and he taught me a lot of things. Coach Los, Coach Cleveland, he is definitely somebody that I can't thank enough for always showing me different ways of teaching and coaching and stuff like that. So I learned a lot from him. But to me, I just, when it comes to coaching and stuff, I just can't wait to learn, because you need to know everything. You just need to listen and just keep your mouth shut and just watch what everybody does. So that's my way of learning. We're gonna get out of here. He said, "Hey,
Go back and listen, bro. We already talked about that.
Yeah. So
We opened up with Madco at Madco.
Was it the last question I have for you? What 3 things are you grateful for?
First is definitely my wife and my family, right? Like especially without my wife, like I don't know what I'd be doing right now, or where I would be. But secondly would probably be like my mom, my dad, and then third would probably be pretty much probably football.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. That's bro. Like I said, I live and breathe football. Like that's just like I have my other job. I love my other job. I'm a sales rep, so I cover and I do IBM stuff. I get to play in the water and drive freaking ungodly amount of miles a year. But it allows me to coach football and do what I love and be around it and help the kids and everything else.
I know how it feels to drive all around damn Florida. At times, hey, everybody's like, "Oh man, you must hate driving." I'm like, "No, I hate driving because there's too many assholes on the damn road.
It's crazy. Like we have an office in my main office is in Tampa, and like getting to Tampa some mornings when I have to go down there, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. I could never do it.
I know Denzel knows our pain.
Yeah.
He's damn highway patrol.
Denzel,
So,
I Denzel, I know he so we go to church in Ocala at Church at the Springs, and he does he's up there sometimes directing traffic and stuff, but I can't tell you how many times a week I go on 200 and regret it every time I get on that dang road.
oh, I'm telling you, dude. I took I was telling this story on the other day to Denzel on the pod. You know, we were coming back from Morgan Wallen, and I took 200 because I went on 75 instead of going like the back roads from Williston and stuff. And I regretted it because I was like, this idiot literally, like I could have touched his window if I reached out, you know, with my elbow. Like that's how close he was to hitting us.
Yeah.
And then he literally, like 2 lights down, he stopped in the middle of the road. I wasn't in front of him. I was on the side still, but like I was like, what the heck is going on? I was like, man, I'm so glad we're getting away from this guy. But like that's like my worst fear, because you can't control what somebody else is doing. You know, you hear about all these stupid idiots that get drunk and go the wrong way on the interstate and everything like that. And I was like, man, that you always got to keep your head on a swivel. You know, my dad always said you gotta be a defensive driver. So, but hey, man, I appreciate you coming on.
Not a problem.
Appreciate entertaining us and everything like that. And we'll have you on again. Man, I still can't believe you like barbecue with no damn sauce. That just drives, that just blows my damn mind.
Well, what you're gonna have my brisket here pretty soon, because the first family coach's family get together thing, I'm cooking a brisket. So Wes is already pinching me to do that one. So you'll get to have my brisket here soon.
So he's like, hey, I need you to go ahead and cook some damn brisket up, because that was
well, he's like, I'll buy it and you come and you smoke it. And I'm like, all right, that's pretty much, we've done it. Scriv and I did a pulled pork competition one time for one of them, and so, but I'm the one that smokes barbecue now on the staff, so I gotta do it now. Hollis can too, though.
Well, yeah, he used to barbecue too back in the day.
He still does. He's got that big smoker too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a damn freaking master griller. So, all right, man. Well, it's good having you on. Like I said, you know,
you go to bed. You gotta go to school tomorrow, bro.
Yeah.
Why you watching me? Don't you hear me talk enough?
We could talk bad about him right now. How he's slower than pond water, coach.
He is. He got a little faster. Yeah,
maybe if he rode a scooter. Anyways, all right.
All right, appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah, you too.
Peace.